Loki Trickster is first to the stream.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. How is everyone doing? I hope well. What the?
Say Forlek is second to the stream.
Sela, congratulations on being a fourth. Absolutely, I said fourth. I meant second and third. Second and third. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Beautiful stuff. Very nicely done. I don't know why I said third. There fourth. There is no fourth. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the Moonwood Alliance, Cameron Reap.
Cameron, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much for the 11 months. Holy smokes. That is absolutely fantastic, and I do appreciate it. I've turned down the music way too much. I'm just so excited that you haven't subscribed before 11 months. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. And yeah, welcome. Glad to see you here. Let's see here, and let's see. Oh, we also got a follow. Oh my goodness, we got a follow. I did not even. How did I miss the follow? We got a follow from Acid Hush, is what I'm assuming. Acid Hush. I think I've got that right. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Yeah, hopefully everyone has having oh, we're off to a great start, everybody. Hope everyone is having an absolutely fantastic week so far. Whew, this is indicative of how it's going to go tonight. I'm going to trip over my words, and it's just going to be an absolute blast of a time. But Loki, congratulations on being first, and then Sela, congratulations on congratulations. Holy smokes. I don't know what is going on. It probably doesn't help that I haven't really said anything in the past hour. I've just been sitting here waiting patiently to start the stream. And so I'm tripping over my words because I have not spoken. But don't worry, I'm going to get warmed up and it's going to be an absolute blast. Sela, congratulations on second and third. Very nice. And let's see here. Loki says, was wondering if anyone would take those. I was wondering too. I was waiting. I was like, okay, Loki got first. And there was nothing. And I was like, all right. I mean, to be fair, Selic did say 5 minutes before we started to prepare the rocking chair for some random dev. But do not worry, tonight and even the next stream, it's gonna be fair game for any and all of the redeems because some random dev is out of town, out hiking in the woods and the forest and all that fun stuff. And so it's anybody's game. Although I will say Loki is also very fast with the quick draw on those. So maybe it's not fair game for everybody. Maybe Loki is still here to play goalie on getting the first, second, and third redeems. Cameron says, it did not read my note. I don't know why it didn't. That is very bizarre. But I will read it. Actually, I think I can do this. Wait for it.
Welcome to the Moonwood Alliance, Cameron Reap.
I actually don't know if I have the text-to-speech set up for the subs. I don't think I do. Anyway, Cameron says, fun fact, 11 months is almost a year, and 9 is 3/4. There we go. That's this. Good point. It's good point. Oh, no. This will not stand. The game open at the start? Well, I mean, the game's not open. Photoshop is, though. Photoshop is open. That's because we're going to make so much progress tonight. You're not even going to believe it. It's going to be an absolute blast. Fantastic night as we get in and do a whole bunch of absolutely fantastic game dev stuff. I swear, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. Loki says, I only do it to stop Serd. I know. That's true. You play goalie to some devs playing. And I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. It's beautiful stuff. Let's see here. Constantine Rome says, hello. I made a card game and it's called Arcana Rift. It's different though. It's tarot cards. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that it's tarot cards. Do you have a link or anything to share? Because I would absolutely love to see. I don't know if YouTube allows links. I know I've allowed links on Twitch, but I don't know if I can allow links on YouTube. But if you have anything that you would like to share, I guess, let's see. Do you call this Arcana Rift? Let's see here. If I can look up Arcana Rift card game, maybe? Is it on Steam? Did you just release it on May 28th under the name Pixels Studios? If so, I think I found it. think I found it. If that is the one. I'm gonna pull it up, but if it's not, let me know. No, it's on itch. Oh, okay. All right. Well, apparently there is also another card game called Arcana Rift over on Steam. So there you go. That's good time. What is? Very interesting. Yeah, so this is one. Anyway, this is not the correct one though. So I'm not gonna pull this one up. We're gonna move over here and we're gonna do Arcana Rift itch. No. Arcana Rift by let's see, Noah Bowery. Arcana Rift. Tarot Roguelike Card Battler. Ooh. We got here. What do we got here? Enter a shattered realm where fate is your weapon. Arcana Rift is a pixel art roguelike card battler built around a complete 78 card tarot deck. Play as the Seeker, build a powerful deck, face strange animated enemies, and climb through a dangerous 20-floor campaign filled with rewards, bosses, and unpredictable encounters. I like it. This sounds super cool. Also, you said my name correct. Okay, good. Whew. I was a little bit worried when I said your name, but yeah. So Constantine of Rome. I'm glad that I got it right, and I'm also glad that I got Noah Bowery correct as well. I'm assuming you don't mind me saying that name because it is your itch page. So if you wanted to keep that as not being there, you couldn't have it on your itch page. But anyway, that's super cool though. So yeah, so a 78 card tarot deck. Yeah, so roguelike battles and randomized rewards, animated enemies, deck building, burn, healing, block damage, 20-floor campaign, save and continue system, original card. Very nice, very cool stuff. I like it. I will say, just this is, I absolutely love what you got so far. I will say, and this is kind of like constructive feedback for the page. I would say having some screenshots of the game itself would also be a really great thing to have on here, just so people kind of like know, because having the features included, absolutely fantastic. Love it. Love to be able to see more of like a breakdown, because like obviously you've got a little bit more of the description here, but then having like the breakdown, like the bullet points of like, here's what's in the game. Here's kind of what the high level what you can expect. Here is absolutely fantastic, but having some kind of screenshots would be absolutely fantastic. A trailer would be great, but I know that not everybody has video editing software, not everybody has a computer to be able to do video editing, not everybody wants to make a trailer. So if that is the case, then that is totally fair, totally valid. But having screenshots of the game could also be an absolutely fantastic way to allow just be able to kind of see kind of what people are getting into. But I do really like this. This looks really cool. So yeah, very nice, very nice. Let's see here, and Dan, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here, Dan. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic week so far. Let's see here. Yeah, do it to stop Surd, and hashtag giveaway. Yes, definitely. We are going to be talking about the hashtag giveaway. Let me pull this up. So yeah, if that sounds like something that anybody would be interested in, it looks like it is a free to download, but I'm assuming. Oh, look at that. Not even a suggested amount of money to tip. So yeah, so if you want, get over here and yeah, give this a shot. It sounds like something you'd want to play. So yeah, I'll update some pics of it. It's my favorite game. Very nice. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very cool. So I appreciate sharing. So thank you. I'm glad that I could highlight it and take a look. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give that a shot. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, very nicely done. It is a huge feat to be able to actually finish a game. This coming from someone who's been working on my current game for over a year now, about a year and a half, and so actually finishing it, yes, absolutely 100%. This, yes, that was the one. You found it before I did. I should have just checked the chat. That's my bad. The Steven says, hey, hello, Steven, welcome. Glad to see you here. If only he read chat. No, if only. Speaking of reading chat, though, I'm going to come over here and we're going to pull this up, and I hope I'm not on anybody's private DMs. I am not. I'm actually exactly where I want to be, which is the Game Key Giveaways channel right here, everybody. If you have not seen already, Loki has posted the newest post this week to be able to get entered into the giveaway.
Fun fact, art.
Absolutely art. We will begin to be taking a look. But yeah, so make sure to get in here if you are not a member of the Discord channel yet. You can join. We're just gonna do Discord. There we go. That's how you spell Discord. And then I'm gonna grab this link that gets posted. There we go. So anybody that wants, there is the Discord link. So if you would like to join the Discord, we've got all sorts of places for you to be able to share stuff you're working on, art you're working on, fun general chat, all sorts of good stuff. But there is also this Game Key giveaways channel right here, and every week we have a giveaway. So this is just a reminder, if you have not yet, make sure to get in there. Make sure to add a reaction to this post right here, because if you add a reaction to this post, you will be added to the prize wheel here on the Sunday stream. And if your name gets picked, you will then be able to get a free Steam key. Now, this is not any Steam key. This is a set list of Steam keys, but it's like over 600 Steam keys. So if you win, you will be sent a message to a spreadsheet, and you'll be able to pick from that list of games, and you'll get a free Steam key. So there you go. So if you would like to participate and if you would like to join, make sure to get in here, add a reaction, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. So thank you for that. I do appreciate that. And of course, obviously, it is all hosted and managed by our absolutely fantastic Loki Trickster. So everybody, let's get some 07s in the chat for Loki, for being willing to part with all of his extra keys, but also for like putting it together, making the posts, getting the wheel updated. It is so very helpful, and I do appreciate this. Thank you so much. Scoiled, hello, welcome, Scoiled. Glad to see you here. Hopefully, you had an absolutely fantastic week so far. Steven says, he says, while not having updated the Steam screenshots of Tomb of Vercilias in so long. I mean, that's true. That's true. I should take my own advice and update the screenshots on the Steam page for my own game. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm gonna do it one of these days. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just finished a Sunday crossword in 11. It's Tuesday. What do you mean you finished your Sunday crossword in 11 minutes when it's Tuesday? Technically, I think it took you 2 days and 11 minutes to finish your Sunday crossword puzzle. I'm just saying. Also, a fun fact, art. And let's see, we got some chatting from Scoiled with actually I think you're sipping the lemonade. Makes sense. I found a way to describe the awful feeling that's been bothering me. I'm worried for what the description is. But how would you describe it? How would you describe this awful thing that you're feeling? Archives on my app. Archives. Like picture archives? I'm not quite sure what archives you're talking about. Just got the shop working on the VPET manager. Very nice, very nice. Also did a bit of refactoring. I love to hear it. Love to hear it. Let's see here. Y'all update some pics. Also, brother, you downloaded the game. That's true. I did download it because I want to give it a shot. It is going to be off stream, but I do want to check it out. I do definitely want to check it out. Damn, that's cool. LMAO. Well, you know. It is very cool, though. I am very appreciative that Loki is so awesome to be able to like handle all of this, and again, being willing to part with so many Steam keys. Absolutely fantastic. Let's come over here. We're going to take a look at our... Actually, let's do this really quickly here. We are going to be... let's get the managed predictions. We're going to do a coin flip for the heads or tails. So let's start prediction. We're going to do a heads or tails coin flip. Remember, you got 5 minutes on the clock over here on Twitch. I am
very sorry if you're over on YouTube. I don't have a way to be able to have you participate in something like this yet. One of these days... Oh my goodness, I'm a chicken. Hello. I'm a chicken. Hello. One of these days, I'm hoping to be able to get something
over on YouTube for people over on YouTube to be able to participate. But for now, this is a Twitch exclusive thing. So I guess if you're on YouTube and you want to participate in this coin flip, you could head over to Twitch and watch over there. But if not, that is totally fair, totally valid. But so yes, we're going to be doing the heads or tails coin flip. So we've got 5 minutes on the clock. I guess we got 4.5 minutes now. Get your predictions in there. Let me know what you think it's going to be, heads or tails. And then as soon as that countdown is done, we're going to go flip a coin. And it's going to be an absolute blast of time. Let's go take a look at art. Let's see what people have been posting. And then we're going to do the coin flip. And then we're going to get into game devs. Absolutely fantastic. So what do we got here, Cameron? What do we got? Oh my goodness. You have finished it. You have finished it. That looks absolutely fantastic. Love their outfits. Great outfits. I really like her pants. Her pants look beautiful. I also really like the gradient you got going on right here. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Love the poses. Love the smirk. That is a good smirk. That is a good smirk right there. Yeah, awesome stuff. Whoop. Clicking on things I'm not meaning to click on.
Thanks
Beautiful.
For the follow, Jackson.
I love how it actually said all of the J's. Thank you so much. Jackson for the follow. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you're having an absolutely fantastic week so far. Hopefully you had a great Tuesday. I hope. And it looks like Steven is on a 3-stream streak. Steven, thank you so much for the for being here for 3 streams in a row. I do appreciate it. Remember, everybody, you're gonna streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in the stream. So thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Reminds me of Target. It kind of does just a little bit. It's just that Jackson is very, very excited about life. That's all. Or the J key was very sticky when they were typing in their username. Either way, I'm going with the more excited idea. That's what I'm going for. Also working on my new self-insert Atlas. He's very energetic and colorful. Very nice. I love it. Now here's the question. When you're done drawing it, are you also going to have washboard abs like this? I believe in you. I believe that you could. If you put in the work, I believe that you could. Absolutely. I absolutely love the running pose though. That is a great looking pose right there. Love it. Love the hair that's coming down right here. Yeah, this is just beautiful. I'm loving the look of it. I'm very excited to see the finished product. What do we got here? What is this? Sound familiar? Energetic and colorful. No, doesn't sound familiar at all. Not at all. But I love it though. I love it. It's beautiful stuff. He's a dragon cat, multi-chromatic, crazy. That is super cool. And what do we got here? What is happening here? Oh, this is stuff about Atlas, the star one. Ooh, very nice. I love that you've got like all the description and stuff like that for all your characters. It is so cool. Also, what the freak is this? Visual search. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I guess I'm glad that I have it. Very nice though, very nice. Love the description, good stuff. Let's see, we got Jojuga93 with the Kirby's. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in here with the Kirby's. Don't project your bad naming conventions on others, Mr. Moonwood. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. You know what? I think it's an absolutely fantastic bit of lore that I was Moonwood for a month. I think it's beautiful stuff. Although I'm not gonna lie, I was mortified when it first happened. I thought that it was like, I debated not streaming for that first month because I was like, it's gonna completely tank any progress that I make in like building up my name as being Foodwood, and then when I switch to Moonwood, no one's gonna be able to find me, no one's gonna care, and I was like, should I even bother? Glad that I did. I'm glad that I bothered. So, you know. Let's see here. Cameron says, maybe transformation is real. It is real. TripAdvisor says, I'm working on a system for mesh texture atlases. Ooh. Oh, I also missed TripAdvisor's message. TripAdvisor says, like laying on your deathbed, knowing the end is near, an all-encompassing feeling that nothing is going to be okay, seemingly coming from nowhere at all. Yeah, that kind of sounds like depression. TripAdvisor, I hope that everything's going to be okay. If there's anything that I can do, if there's any way that I can help make things better, let me know, and I will try and do what I can from where I'm at. But hang in there. Life has its ups and downs, but I promise the downs will never, ever last forever. You gotta have the downs to appreciate the ups, though. As terrible as they are, as garbage as they are, and as much as I wish you didn't have to, the downs honestly do help the ups feel so much better. So yeah, I'm hoping that this down, that this no bueno part is very short, and I hope that it passes soon. So you'll be feeling better and more like yourself. So I'm hoping. I've got my fingers crossed for you. I got them crossed for you. But then you're also working on a system for mesh textures, which is very cool. Edge is being edged. That's true. I guess that is specifically an edge thing. Follow Age, we got Loki with the 1 year, 5 months, 15 days. Not bad. And then Cameron with the 1 year, 1 month, 28 days, and 23 hours. Absolutely beautiful stuff. And Jojuga93 is on a 3-stream streak. Thank you so much for streaking here in the stream. 3 streams in a row. I do appreciate it. Remember, everybody, if you're going to streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in the stream. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. Envim is being a butt. Freaking Envim. It's always a butt. Always a butt. Coding so far has been the best solution. Honestly, finding a creative outlet is a fantastic way to get past difficult parts in your life. At least it is for me, and I know that it has been like that for a lot of other people that I've known. Is yeah, having some way to like express yourself creatively, whether that be drawing, making music, videos, programming, whatever it may be, some way to be creative and get some kind of creativity out of you, honestly can be a fantastic way to like help make yourself feel a little bit better. So I hope that it will continue to make things a little bit better. If I'm immersed in a project, I feel better. Yes, there you go. There you go. Streak, I want to code a habit plugin. Ooh, that would be good. That would be good. You definitely should do that. Let's see here. I'm happy with you trying it. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Lamau, I'll just guess heads. Why not? Well, there we go. There we go. We're gonna see if it is gonna be heads. Lamau, bro, you can edit other people's pics. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that was going to be the case. I didn't know that was possible. It was news to me. It was news to me. Okay, all right. So it looks like the countdown is now done, though. So if you bear with me for 2 seconds, I'm going to come over here to Coin Flip version 1.2. I'm going to open it up, and then we're going to do a seamless transition like you never knew it was coming as we swap over to heads or tails. That's right. We're over here in heads or tails. It's going to be an absolute blast of a time. Here we go. If you are familiar with the heads or tails coin flip, then you got nothing to be worried about. You know exactly how this is going to go. But if you are new here, basically the way this is going to work is we're going to be flipping the coin until eventually the one side either heads or tails wins. But this is going to be like a tug of war-esque kind of flipping. So it's not like best 2 out of 3, not best 3 out of 5. It is whoever has 3 wins first is the one that's going to win. So audio only. Oh, right. Okay. All right, everybody. So here we go. We're going to flip the coin, and we're going to see how many times it takes for it to actually, see who's going to win. So here we go. I'm going to try all right. Can I reach? I can't even reach. No. All right, never mind. I need to stop trying to do that because I can't actually do something like, because it doesn't work. It looks like it's going to work, and then my hand gets caught up. But look at that. We got our first heads. We got 1 heads. Let's see what happens here. We got another flip. Let's see. All right. We got 2 heads. Is it going to be another clean sweep for heads? Because last time it was also a clean sweep for heads. It could be. Let's find out right now. Here we go with 1 more flip. Let's go. Come on. Oh, we got another clean sweep for heads. Congratulations if you voted for heads. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Beautiful. I don't even know how many points were put on heads. Oh my goodness. If this had been tails, that would have been the greatest. So you guys are not seeing what I'm currently seeing. I'm gonna have to pull this up here on the other screen. So we're gonna switch over to the other scene, and you're gonna see just how crazy it would have been if it had been tails. So, speaking of tails, this has been heads or tails. Just in case you were wondering and you didn't know, it has been heads or tails. Anyway, yeah, let me pull up the points here really quickly, just kind of show you what it would have been like if we'd actually landed on tails. You can see here, we had 2 people against 3 people, but it was 400 points versus 4.3k. That means that you two would have gotten, what would that have been? 4.7k mana? That would have been wild. Absolutely wild. Sorry, I had to sneeze there, and I wanted to make sure that I muted myself before I actually sneezed. Anyway, so there we go. Well, absolutely fantastic stuff. Congratulations if you voted for heads. There's only gonna be a 400 extra points that go along. Oh my gosh! Look at this freaking ratio. Okay, look at the ratio. So the heads, because the heads won, and there were only 400 extra points to go along. The heads ratio is 1 to 1.09. If it had been tails, it would have been 1 to 11.7. That would have been crazy. That would have been absolutely crazy. Well, I am so very sorry if you did go for tails, but congratulations if you did vote for heads. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Choose the outcome. We've got ourselves some heads. Complete prediction. It looks like there's going to be 4,681 points that are going to be dispersed across people who put in their votes. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Beautiful stuff. But it looks like Jackson says, my points! I'm so sorry, Jackson. I'm sorry that on your first coin flip, you lost your points. I'm very sorry. But don't worry, we do this every single stream at the very beginning, so if you would like to participate in the next one, we are definitely going to be pulling it up again on the next stream. So I do appreciate you for participating, though. So thank you. Let's see here. I want to code a habit plugin, name it getwriting.nvim. That would be cool. That would be a good way to go. Machine slash structures are organized into texture atlases based on size. 64 by 64 is the basic tile set. Machines can be 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1, 2 by 2, and so on. There will be dedicated atlases for each size. That way, I don't have to create separate sprite sheets for each machine or have to make multiple sub textures together into the larger structure. I like that. That is a good way to go about that. I really like that Drip Advisor. Lurk, text only for the minute, audio only, clean sweet. Not bad, Cameron, not bad. Let's see, they won, but at what cost? At what cost? Actually, it wasn't really at a cost. At what win? At what win have you won? Not very much of one. I got 1,000 points. It's not bad. The question is, how many did you put in, Cameron? How many points did you put in? I only bet 100 on heads, so it's... Oh, there we go. There we go. Wait. So you put 100 points on tails. So wait. Jackson, does that mean that you put like a couple hundred points on tails? I am so very sorry that you lost like so many points on your first one. 300. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But don't worry. Don't worry. As the saying goes around here, tails never fails. Except for when it does. But next time I have a feeling the next time tails will not fail. I guess we'll see. It is a 50-50 shot. 1904. I put in 1.7k. Wait. So you put in 1.7k and you got 1.9k. I still a little bit of return on investment. Tails wins 100%, 50% of the time. I mean, you're not wrong. You were not wrong on that. As you saw at the very ending there, it was currently saying that the heads or tails split was 50-50, perfectly across the board. So it is even. It is very even. It is even Steventh. See what I did there? Which checks then, since the return was 1.1x. It's true. 300 times 11.7 would have been 3,500 points. It's true. You would have made off like a bandit if you had actually won that one. Now I'm actually feeling bad that you didn't. But don't worry, Jackson. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. Next time, I've got a feeling for you. I've got my fingers crossed for you. It's gonna be great. Let's see. I'm a G. Look at that. It's true. You absolutely are. You absolutely. Okay, everybody. Well, let's jump in here and let's do some game dev stuff. Look at that. We're not even 30 minutes in. I was gonna say 20 minutes in. We're currently 27 minutes in. We're not even 30 minutes in, and we're gonna start a game dev stuff. It's gonna be an absolute blast time. So, if you remember from last time, we were working on the lockpicking minigame. I don't know why I seem to always get multiple of these open.
Cameron Reap just redeemed Streech.
Right as I'm trying to get game dev stuff done.
Cameron Reap wants Moonman to do 10 chest
No! I was gonna do game dev stuff.
Cameron Reap wants Moonman to do 10 bicep curls.
I might be able to get these done before the 30-minute mark. So, let's actually do this before we hit the 30-minute mark. 30 minutes in, and we dev? Whoa, who is this? Never mind. I don't. But don't worry. I think in the next 2 minutes, we should be able to get the trifecta done. So it's going to be an absolute blast of a time. All right, so let's crank the jams and let's do the trifecta here real quick. It's going to happen. We're going to be doing game dev stuff before the 30-minute mark. So, crank the jams. Here we go. Let's get this switched over to trifecta. There we go. All right. Oh, boy. All right, you know how this goes. 10 on the clock. Count it with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now it's time for the chest benders. Here we go. Count it with me. 10 on the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, now it's time for some stretching. Oh, here we go with the stretching. Here we go, everybody. We're going to go to the left. Here we go. And then to the right. Oh, and backwards. Oh, that feels good. Whew, thank you, Cameron. I appreciate that. I know what you were trying to do there. You were trying to distract me, so I didn't do game dev stuff. But we're still doing game dev stuff. It's still going to happen. It's going to be a blast of a time. All right, here we go. We still have 20 seconds before we hit the 30-minute mark, and we're going to be doing some game dev stuff. So, if you remember from last time, we were working on the lock-picking minigame for the chest. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, we gotta turn that off. There we go. Back to actual game dev stuff. Okay, so, let us get a chest spawned in here, so... Well, never mind. I don't have to manually spawn a chest. There's a chest right there. Right outside the spawn location. Okay. So, let's see. Where do we go? Oh, yeah, that's right. We made it so you could actually pick the lock. So if we go through here and we actually pick the lock. Wait for it.
Ooh. Voice of God. That is how you know we're actually doing game dev stuff. So, let's go over here. Oh boy, okay, so none of those are correct. That's cool. Try this again, let's see what happens. Okay. One is right.
Okay, so the 1's gonna be here, the 4 is gonna be here, and the 2 is gonna be there. Here we go. What? What? Okay, so I obviously broke something. What did I break? Because I was trying to finish the chest before the stream started, and apparently didn't test actually picking the lock again. If all of those are correct, unlocked. Interesting. Okay. Why would, why? Let's see, Constantine of Rome says, your game looks dope so far. I appreciate that. Thank you. I guess there are a few new people here, so we might as well kind of go over just really quickly the game we're working on. So, yes, we're working on a retro-style dungeon-crawling roguelike RPG called Tomb of Vercilias, where you are playing as a bounty hunting adventurer.
Steven turned Moon Man into a chicken.
Bok. You're playing as a bounty hunting adventurer, delving into what is now known as the Tomb of Vercilias. So Vercilias was the king's right-hand mage that started delving into dark magics. And when the king found this out, he was not a fan, and he ordered for the mage Vercilias to be arrested. But Vercilias did not want to be arrested, and so he put a curse on his wizard's tower to make it ever be like shifting and changing so that no one could ever find their way to him. You know, basically turning into an unnavigable labyrinth. Which worked beautifully. No one has been able to make their way to Vercilias so far. No one has been able to find him. But people have also never seen Vercilias come out of his tower, and it has been months or years. I haven't decided exactly how long it's been, but it's been a very long time. And so everyone's like, he probably died in there. He probably accidentally trapped himself in his own tower, and now he's dead in there. So now everyone just refers to it as the Tomb of Vercilias because everyone just assumes he's dead in there. It's his tomb, whatever. But the king is like, no, until I actually see him dead or alive, I'm going to assume he is still in his tower. He is still researching dark magics, and he's just getting stronger and stronger. So I want him dead or alive. So he has put a bounty on Vercilias' head, and you are one of many adventurers who are going into the tower to try and find your way to Vercilias and hopefully bring him out either dead or alive and get your prize, get your reward, your riches to make you wealthy beyond all imagination. So that's kind of like the general storyline of the game. But it is a roguelike, and so you're not expected to win it the first time you play through. So there is this card system right here, which basically have different buffs and debuffs that will kind of mix up your runs each time. So you'll be able to eventually have up to 9 of these perk cards. So kind of think like the relics in of Slay the Spire. So yeah, so it's basically meant to like kind of switch things up. So like things like, so this will increase all your elemental damage by 5%, but you will lose 15% of your max HP. This guy increases your max HP by 15%, but it reduces your pyro damage by 5%. This guy, killing monsters restores 5% of your HP, but healing items are 10% less effective. So it's supposed to kind of like mix up your game a little bit as you play. So yeah, so you'll pick those. You'll eventually, like I said, you'll be able to get up to 9 of those, and you'll be able to like kind of upgrade / swap them out eventually as you're going through. Let's see here. You've got these D20 dice that you'll be collecting as you go throughout the tomb. And as you collect these, you'll be able to merge them together to create stronger. So like a 1 and 1, make a 2, 2 and a 2, make a 3, so on and so forth. And then eventually, basically what these magical D20 runes do is they increase your elemental damage. So the way you do damage is using elemental attacks. So you've got Pyro, Geo, Hydro, and Necro. And yeah, the way that they work is the combat system is Blackjack. If we come over here, okay, we want to disarm this trap. There are also traps in the game. You'll just play like little short mini games to be able to disarm them. But if we come over and we find a monster to be able to fight, the combat system is Blackjack. And so basically the way that it works is, so instead of having things like, you know, the diamonds, hearts, clubs, all that fun stuff, they are instead linked to your elements. So you get the 4 elements. It kind of replaces like the diamonds and clubs and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so basically the way that works is I would be doing I would be doing Necro and Hydro damage because I have a Necro and Hydro card if I were to win. So I'm currently at 12. If you're familiar with Blackjack, it's basically you're trying to get to as close to 21 as possible without going over 20. Yeah, so I'm currently at a 12, so I probably want to take another hit. I'm at a 17. I'm going to stand on a 17, and then at that point, the monster will then have their turn. And so, yeah, so I'll do stand. Let's see what they get. So they've got a 20, so he wins. There we go. So then he does damage to me instead. So you're basically just playing Blackjack against these monsters, doing damage to them with your element damage right here. And then eventually what you'll be able to do to upgrade your elemental damage is you'll use these D20s, and you'll have like a spell book that you'll put the runes into, and it increases your spell. It upgrades your spells, essentially. And yeah, eventually I will have items that will like do damage to the monsters as well. So like if you wanted to just be able to damage the monsters, you could do, actually I technically have some in there. So these are sandwiches you will find as you're going through. Some of them will benefit the players, like this one. So they're supposed to be random, basically. So you're kind of like taking a chance. So with this one, it could restore your HP by 50%, or it could reduce your HP by 50% of your max HP. Or this one right here, it could double my current XP, or it could cut my current XP in half. So it's just like little random, like you're basically just taking a chance when you eat the sandwich. And then there's also sandwiches that you can apply to the monsters. So these are the nasty sandwiches. So this one could reduce the monster's HP by 50%, or it could increase the monster's HP by 50%. So if I feed this to the monster, let's see what happens. So it could cut his health down. I think it's of the max HP, I think. Or maybe it's the current HP. Let's find out. So he's currently at 5. Cool. It increased his health, and now he has 10 HP again. Good times. But let's try it again. Let's see what happens. And as we got 15. Okay, so it is 50% of their max HP. So that was very unlucky on my part, because I fed those to him, and now he has more than his max HP. So even if I were to do damage, it still is going to take a bit more, which is no bueno. No bueno at all. Anyway, and there's also these sandwiches here that, so it could reduce the monster's attack by 50%, or it increase the monster's attack by 50%. He only does 1 damage, so I'm not going to try and feed it to him, because the only good thing that it could do is it could do nothing, but it could also increase his damage. So anyway, yeah, so that's kind of the basic gist of the game so far, is that. So yeah, like I said, it's just a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG, and yeah, that's what we got going on here. So just kind of slowly but surely working through all the systems. It is a lot of work. I've been working on this now for about a year and a half now. But if you're familiar with RPG Maker, you may notice that it does not look a whole lot like an RPG Maker game, and that is because I'm building like literally every single system up from the ground. And so, yeah, so it does take a very long time. But I'm having an absolute blast of a time doing it. So if it seems like something you'd be interested in seeing either the progress on, or if you feel like you'd maybe be interested in playing it one day, it is available on Steam to wishlist as of right now, and we're working on a playable demo as of right now. So I'm hoping to have a playable demo up before the end of the summer, and yeah, it could be a good time. So, but anyway, so the thing we were working on before, though, is the lockpicking. So in the game, there will be these chests, which actually, I guess, speaking of which, there's also a skill tree. So these are like permanent stats your player will keep. So even though it is a roguelike, you do still have, so yeah, so it's a roguelike. So you do have player progression that will actually stick with you. So as you fight and kill monsters, your XP bar will go up, and then every single time you gain a level, you will gain a skill point. And then with those skill points, you'll be able to come in here and you'll be able to, level up your character essentially with all of the skills and stuff like that. So it's things from like just increasing your maximum HP to things like making it so you can revive yourself with X amount of HP if you die once, or this one will restore a small amount of HP when you kill monsters, or things like this. It will reveal the top card of the deck if it's an ace, or this one reveals the top card if it's a king, queen, or jack. This one increases the amount of chests you will find on each floor. So, just little things, little fun things to make the experience a little bit easier every single time you play. So the more you play, like, yes, you are going to die, but hopefully with that experience points, you'll be able to level up your character with more health, more luck, more warding to take less damage, and then eventually get to the point where, hopefully it's slightly easier to progress through. So anyway, but like I said, so we're working on the chests. So there are chests in the game. Let me come over here. Let me just spawn a chest in room 31. Okay. Yes, basically with the chests, you'll be able to, if you have a key, which you can either bring in a key, there will be a whole like town system that's not going to be in the demo, but eventually there will be like a whole town system where you can like buy and sell items and all that fun stuff. So if you bring in a key, or if you find a key, then you'll be able to use it to be able to unlock the chest. But you can also pick the lock if you do not have a key. And then basically the lock picking is essentially, it's Oblivion style lock picking, but with Mastermind, oh my gosh, what's that other game? Wordle. So it's like Mastermind / Wordle-esque mechanics. Yeah, so basically, there are 4 pin positions for the locks, and then there are 4 pins that you then have to put into position. And so, yeah, so you just need to be able to guess what it is. And so orange means that it... Well, okay, so as of right now, the combination will always have 1 of each number. So it's either 1, 2, 3, or 4, and there's exactly 1 of each of those. So basically, orange will mean it's not the right one. It's essentially, hey, it's wrong, try again. But there will be more difficult locks, which will essentially do, it'll be that, what would it be? Yeah, so basically there will be more difficult ones where there can be duplicates of numbers. So it could be 1, 1, 3, 4, or 2, 2, 2, 1, or something like that. And then those ones might be a little bit more difficult because there's multiple of those numbers. We're going to be doing that one later, though, because I just want to get the lockpicking mechanic done, and then we'll kind of expand on that later. So at least we'll have the lockpicking in the game. As of right now, it's basically impossible to not get it right, because if you just do, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4, 3, 2, 1, and then if you just, like, shift them as you go along, it will, like, you will be able to get it. They will be all green, and you'll pick it. But this is the bug we're currently running into, so it should unlock it. And I don't know why, because I did change it to the point where you can fail the lockpicking, which was something we needed. We needed you to be able to fail the lock. So if we spawn a chest in room 11, go, and then if we pick the lock, and then if we just come over here and we just kind of do this, and this, you should be able to fail the lock picking, which then says a sturdy chest with a lock sits in the middle of the room. A broken lock pick is jammed into the lock, making it impossible to open the chest. Now, I shouldn't have said to open the chest, but oh well, I did, and I can fix that later. So, yeah, so basically, if you fail, the chest is locked forever. Even with a key, you will not be able to unlock it. That's kind of like the risk reward of using the lockpick, so you have a chance to not have to use or carry a key with you. But if you fail the lockpick, then you just can't ever open the chest ever. Well, because you broke the lockpick inside the lock, and now it's jammed forever. So, yes, that's what we're working on, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing this. Let's find out. Let's find out together. Let's see, Quentin says, so it's basically Mastermind. It's a lot more stylish than the one I toyed with a few years back. Yeah, spot on, 100%. Yeah, basically Mastermind, with like the simplicity of Wordle, with like even more simplified, and then with like the visual style of the Oblivion lockpicking. Because I don't know what it is, but like for some reason I love the Oblivion lockpicking. Like the actual mechanics are not that great. I love the visual style of the Oblivion lockpicking. So I kind of wanted to recreate it as like a little bit of an homage, you know. Let's see here. Steven says, but can I romance Vercilias? Maybe. Hey, maybe I'll have to add that. I'll make it so you have to like do like a certain play style, and then you'll be able to romance Vercilias as like a secret ending. Let's see here. I got really depressed when my dog died in October last year, so I'm getting better now. I am so sorry, Constantine of Rome. That is not good at all. But I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better now. But yeah, that's something that definitely takes time. So don't rush it, don't push it. You know, it takes time to be able to get over stuff like that. So yeah, don't push yourself and don't ever think to yourself, I should feel better now. That was back in October. Like, take the time that you need, however much time that it is, and I hope that things will keep getting better as time goes on. That's why I wasn't on for so long. No, that's fair. That is fair. I have bombs and health potions or mana potions in my game. I like that. I may add some kind of a bomb or something like that. So yeah, and we do have healing potions. We don't have mana potions though, because we don't really have mana in the game. But that's not. Could be fun. Yeah, that's called meta progression. Exactly. So 24 combinations. Yeah, 100%. So hopefully, I definitely want like an easy, a hard, or like an easy, medium, and hard lock picking difficulty. So the easy one will basically be like, as long as you don't rush through it, you should be able to figure it out. But then the medium and the hard will be like, we'll take a little bit of figuring out. You should make them also make sounds when you click them. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we will definitely be adding the sounds and music and stuff like that before the demo comes out. I haven't gotten quite to that point yet, but we will be adding music and sounds here probably in the next month or so we can hopefully have it out before the end of summer. The one I made would prompt you to press directional buttons, compare it to the solution, and indicate how many you got right. It was fast and allowed unlimited attempts, so it was more a speed bump. I like that. That is really cool. I feel like I mean, we kind of have stuff like that kind of in the game as like other puzzles. The other thing too is I want there to just be like a handful of just like fun little puzzles. Like basically think of like the puzzles in Among Us is kind of like where I'm going for. Like I want them to be like 5 to 10 second little puzzles to do as you're going through and exploring, just to kind of like keep it a little fun and exciting. Tomb of Vercilias dating sim coming fall 2099. Even that might be a little bit early. It's probably going to be like 2130. It's going to be an absolute blast of a time. Now I need to learn RPG Maker to mod in Romance into Tomb of Vercilias. That's going to be the greatest thing too, is that I honestly want to, when everything else is all said and done, I want to open up my GitHub code base to the public so that anyone that wants to, you can download it and just mod the crap out of it however much you want. Change whatever you want, swap out the graphics. I won't care. I won't care. I think it would be a lot of fun to do that. See, Mika Cat 9 says, hello, first time here. Hello, Mika Cat. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic week so far. Glad to see you here. What brings you in? Are you a fan of game dev? Just a fan of RPG Maker? Either one is acceptable. Yeah, bro, I love them puzzles. So much fun. Yeah, I love me a good little puzzle. Cool. Good. I like to hear it. Programmer, very nice. Well, hopefully you will not get too frustrated by the way that I do stuff in RPG Maker, but I'm very glad to see you here. So welcome in. Okay, so we need to figure out what is going on here. So when you go to pick the lock, you come down here. When you actually complete it, that's the problem, right? When you complete it, yes. So when you are greater than or equal to 4, which means you have successfully set all 4 pins, is unlocked, the width for 20 frames, erase all the pictures, turns off lock-picking chest, and then breaks the loop. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Steven says, you know that if anyone were to mod Tomb of Vercilias, it would be naked stuff as a proper RPG Maker game. You know what? I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if someone eventually, once the game is out and people can mod it, I would not be surprised if someone eventually just goes in and just turns it into a gooning simulator. Because you're right. That would be 100% on brand with RPG Maker. What language programming is it? So we're using RPG Maker, which is essentially meant to be like a visual coding program. It's supposed to be like very entry level, no coding required technically, but I am using JavaScript to enhance it and be able to do things a little bit more efficiently, or honestly at all, with some of the things that I'm doing with JavaScript. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, so okay, so we don't change anything with the variable. That should be correct. So then if we come down here, it then runs the updating minimap icons and show chest. So the chest should still be at 101. I think that's probably the problem. Because if we come over here to show chest, and you're saying if variable 920 plus variable 100 is less than 0, and if you're greater than or equal to 100, then chest still locked. Oh, okay. All right, I see what's going on now. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to do that. So let's come back over here. We need to, down here. So basically what we need to do is we need to change this variable. So we're changing a variable. So we're basically saying change variable 920 plus variable 100. So variable ID 100. So for anyone who has not used RPG Maker before, I know you're going to be like, what the freak are you talking about? So basically the way the RPG Maker works is you cannot reference a variable based on its name. You have to reference it based off of its ID. So the way that it works is they have like a variable manager, which is fine. Like you basically, you come in here, you create a variable, you set its name, cool. but you cannot actually go in and say, hey, I want to reference variable player luck or card 9 value. You have to say, I want to reference variable 45. Kind of frustrating sometimes. So anyway, so when I'm saying variable 920 plus variable 100, it's the ID of the variable that I'm referencing. So anyway, it's good time. It's good times for all. So anyway, so we're saying variable 920 plus the value of variable 100. So variable 100 is the player's location. So this is saying grab this chest and set it to an ID of -102. -102 is to indicate that the chest has a broken lockpick inside of it. But variable 101 is to indicate that the chest is unlocked. Right here, we need to change this variable to be equal to 101, meaning the chest has been successfully unlocked. Okay, let's come in here, and then we should be able to, if we grab the coin of Axiomyth, and then we come over here. We are in room 60, so over here to room 60. Let's spawn a chest. We'll leave, come back, there's a chest, and we're going to pick the lock. And then if we do it successfully, which if we come over here, let's set all the pins to 4-3. Crap. Well, that's pretty close. That is pretty close. Okay. There we go. Successfully, the item pops out. We've got ourselves a healing potion. There we go. And then if we throw that in there, we've got ourselves a healing potion. Happy day. Happy freaking day. Okay, but there's also, we need to check and make sure that we can actually break the lockpick inside of it. So if we pick the lock, we're just not going to set the pins at all. We're just going to leave it at 4. I forgot about that. Okay. Okay. So, good times. I completely forgot about that. So let's come over here. When we initialize the puzzle, we need to do something. We need to do something. And that thing that we need to do is right here. This is the initialization of the puzzle. So we need to come in here. We need to say set variables. Set variables. Where is the puzzle? Puzzle. Room traps. Puzzle piece. So 981 through 1000. 981 through 1000. Set them all to be 0. There we go. Okay. That will actually, so that is when you, wait. Nope. That is not the initialization. That is over here. Start the lockpicking minigame. Yeah. Okay, so this is where it's actually setting the puzzle pieces. That would have been really bad if I had done that. So right under start the lockpicking minigame, let's just throw in there, throw that back over there, grab that one, and we're gonna come over here. Start the lockpicking minigame, just zero out all of the variables that are having to do with the lockpicking game. Okay, there we go. Now if we come in here and we say grab the coin of Axiomyth again, because why not? Why not? We're in room 33, so let's spawn a chest in room 33. There we go. There we go. Spawn a chest. Move up. Move down. We're gonna pick the lock, and we're going to set this one successfully, so we can get the stuff out of here. Okay. And we'll do 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay. So that means you would be 1 and you would be 3. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the combination on my luggage. Okay. Let's go find the next chest. The next chest is going to be in room 3. Okay. Let's go to room 3. I don't know if I should have just moved out one more room. All right. Now if we pick the lock, let's see what happens. I should be able to do you and you and you and you. See what happens. Hey, look at that. We can actually pick the lock again. Okay, you, and you. Perfect. Perfect. Happy freaking days. And then if we spawn a chest in room 4, move over here to room 4. I forgot that I probably shouldn't have had that. Let's leave the room and let's unspawn that chest. Go, let's grab this dice and get it out of there. And then we come back over here to room 4, spawn another chest. Okay. Now if we, what if we just use a key? Everything should still be fine, right? Use a key. Here we go, opens up, throws out a random potion. Awesome. Okay, let's come back in here and we're gonna go to room 4 again. Want to double check one more time, pick the lock. We'll be able to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 2, 1, 3. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, normally if you got, like, found a larger potion, you probably want to swap out the smaller potion with the larger potion. Okay, cool. Well then, now we can officially say the chest is 100% done. Happy freaking day. And then we will just have to expand the loot table as we create more items in the game. So, yeah. Yeah, good times there. Good times there. Let's see. Yeah, so what programming is it? Java, great. Yeah, Java and I have a strenuous relationship. JavaScript is actually the reason why I dropped out of college, is because I hated it so much. I dropped out of college because I was like, I hate this stuff. It is terrible. I never want to deal with this stuff again. And now here I am dealing with this stuff on stream in front of 24 people. Happy days. So, yeah, probably not the best thing to have dropped out of school for, but whatever. My teacher was terrible, all right? I'll just say that. My teacher was terrible, and so that's why I thought it was the end of the world trying to figure that stuff out. So, I also don't think I actually wanted to be a web designer, so maybe it all worked out for the better in the end. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. But yes, JavaScript, I do love it, especially now that I'm learning more about it. I hated it at first. Hated it. I wanted to avoid it like the plague. Java, but a bit different as it's limited to RPG Maker structure. True. Yes, there are some limitations that just do not really make sense to some people who are experienced with JavaScript. So there is that frustration, I will say. Not really, Dan in YouTube chat. There are programs that decrypt RPG Maker files. What? I feel like I gotta catch up on YouTube chat. Let's see. Any RPG Maker game can be decrypted at a moment's notice. Let's be honest. I mean, that is true. There are tools that can decrypt RPG Maker games. I have a cousin who wrote one in like literally an hour. He was because he found a game that he really liked and had a lot of really cool plugins that he really liked. And he's like, I want these plugins. And so he wrote a decryptor to decrypt the game to get the plugins. I was like, okay. Now, to be fair, it was still, and I know that there are other programs out there that I'm pretty sure can like completely bypass any of like the passwords to like actually like encrypt the files themselves. But yeah, basically what you can do in that case. Okay, so no. He decrypted the files, and then you couldn't actually, it wasn't actually in like an RPG Maker project itself. But once you decrypt the files, you can then take those files, create a new RPG Maker project, and then just replace everything in that project with the decrypted files. So the JSON files, the images, the audio, everything like that, just replace all of it in there, and then there you go. You got a project that you can then go in and do. So yeah, there definitely are ways around it. But that's where I'm just like, I don't want, like, I'm trying to remember which developer it was. It was an indie developer. It was essentially just like, if you're going to go through the struggle of trying to pirate the game to play it, I would rather you just play the game than having to go through that. So they like sold the game, but then they were also just like, here's the game for free. If anybody just wants to go download the game, here's a link to it for free. But if you want to support me, here it is to purchase. So I know that someone could technically, if I just open up the code base for free over on GitHub and you can just download it, I know that someone could literally just download it and play it, and they wouldn't have to buy the game. But I'm kind of like, you know what? People could decrypt it and get it for free anyway, so I'm like, I might as well just make it available for free. And if you want to do it that way, if you want to just download from GitHub and play it like that, great. Or if you want to support me and buy it on Steam, that is great too. So that's where I'm kind of like, I'm probably going to do it both ways. And whichever way people want to go about it, that's the way I'm going to do it. So, yeah. Let's see. The fact that something as basic as that, something you find on page 2 of a programming book, is part of my 95 thesis on why I don't use it anymore. Fair. My custom game engine does that too. So much fun. Yeah, the variables and switches are indexed with optional editor labels that are omitted from the build version. Ooh, okay, all right. So the end user won't know what the bytes in their save files are for. That is pretty cool. I like that. I don't have a problem with piracy. I just want to stop casual cheating. True. Yeah, and I guess if you like have a multiplayer game, yeah, cheating, absolutely terrible. I actually kind of am thinking about eventually adding cheats to this game. So if someone wanted to and just like cheat to like just get all the way through, and there you go. You can definitely cheat to do that. Gonna pirate, decode it, build it in Godot, register as Moonwood Games, and put out Tomb of Vercilias 1.5. No! Please, don't do it, Loki. Don't do it. You'll make it so much better than what I've made. And we can't have that. We absolutely cannot have that. That'd be terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right. Woo. So, I did already mark this off as being complete all the way down here. So as you can see here, I did already mark add chest and key functionality. So yeah, so I already checked off the chest lockpicking. That's because technically we like finished the lockpicking on the last stream. I just didn't get it to where you could actually fail the lockpick. So that should be all done, and we should be good to go there. So happy days indeed. Okay, let's see here. So when loading a game after death, it just goes back to the main menu. That's true. I do need to fix that one. That is a big one. That one I don't know if I need to fix for the demo though. I do. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Change Axel's perk card to Axel Sharpened Cheddar Wheel. Change health to Dex debuff. What? I mean, I know I meant Axel's Sharpened Cheddar Wheel. So it's change Axel's perk card to Axel's Sharpened Cheddar Wheel. Change health to Dex debuff. What the freak did I mean? Axel, if you are here, please remind me what the freak I meant by change health to Dex debuff. I honestly don't remember. I know it's not important, but did you ever look at your stream element stuff? I looked at it a little bit, and then I got very busy at work, and then I went on vacation, and I have not been back to look at it. So I do want to look at it as soon as I have time. Yes. So I did find where like all of that stuff was though. I did find all of that stuff. Like the in-game card. Yes, yeah. So basically the way that this worked, so originally Axel's Wheel of Cheese, so this used to be Axel's Daggers of Damage, which is why it increases all elemental damage by 5%, and then you lose 15% of your max HP. And then we switched to Cheese, because Axel is a huge fan of cheese, and so we switched it to Axel's Wheel of Cheese, but then we never actually changed the buff and debuff, which is the increase all elemental damage by 5%, and then lose 50% of your max HP. But
Go into the inkwell says Moonwood.
I like how it did not include any of the extra O's. But Ink, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic week so far. How you doing? How is life? How have streams been? Hopefully things are going well for you. Hi, dude. I do appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, so maybe... Yeah, so change health to Dex debuff. So increase all elemental damage by 50%, or by 5%, and then lose 15% of your max HP. So maybe, I think you're right on that, Steven. I think we were meaning reduce, change health to Dex debuff. Okay. The only thing there, like, yeah, so I guess it would be like, problem is the Dex debuff. So in here in the skill tree, here's your dexterity skill tree, but you don't really have like a dexterity stat. You have this though. Roll with the punches, increase your dexterity saving throw. So maybe it's that. So maybe if you have more cheese, if you've eaten cheese, your save throw will not be as good. Didn't there used to be stats? There used to be. But I swear this was like a somewhat newer stat that we, like after the skill tree was already finished. So that's where I'm kind of like, huh. So I don't think we would have been referencing the Dex, like the Dex stat, because there wasn't one. 1st of March? Is that what it says? 1st of March that was added? Oh yeah, look at that. 1st of March. 1st of March. Did we have the skill tree in here and working 1st of March? 1st of March is right when we started working on Unboxed, the chicken game that I made, because I made that in March. Huh. I don't know if... Come down here. Because we had the skill tree. So luck, warding, dexterity. Skill tree, dexterity. This was updated April 5th. No. Copy this card from skill tree vitality in list prep for demo release. Yeah, April 5th. Okay. So maybe Maybe this was actually from an older... All right, well then, Well, Axel, we're gonna have to revisit this to figure out exactly what we're gonna do here now. Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure that one out. Maybe remove a dex saving throw. Yeah, we could do that. 'Cause here's the thing too, is we can absolutely work off of percentages, because this already kind of uses percentages here. So we could absolutely do that. So if we come over to here, I think this is when your dex saving throw would be when you're trying to run from a monster. Dex skill 1. Failed dex save. Let's see, Ink says, gonna hang out here for a bit before stream. I appreciate it. Thank you. Attack boost and XP boost items are now implemented. Oh, that is absolutely wild. I love that, though. I love it. Very nice. So we could do this percentage based, and now I'm trying to remember. So we've got... So turn on saving throw monster. Okay, so where's the actual saving throw? Saving throw. There we go. So skill. So if Dex 2 is greater than or equal to 1. Somewhere in here. Play it out. There we go. A player Dex skill 1, which is the saving throw, if it's greater than or equal to 1. And yeah, roll with the punches, increase your dexterity saving throw. We say player wins. Okay. Set it to 20. And then perk, dex saving throw percentage. Reduce dex save throw with perk. There we go. Okay, so we do have a perk already. So that's variable 675. Okay. So basically what we need to do then is we need to come over to perk card to spellbook. No, come in here. No? Yes? Where do we actually implement all these? Never remember. It's in 2, card 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think it's a common event now. Perk tooltips. Probably remember these better, shouldn't I? Yeah, so we've got the actual tooltips. That's not actually changing. Okay, so deck for shuffle, move perk icons, apply perk card stats. There we go. Okay. If card selected is equal to 1, that's Fairly's Fantastic Scroll, Griffin's Potion of Power, Nick's Hat of Divine Wisdom, Axel's Wheel of Cheese. Okay, so let's come over here. We just need to say we're going to rename this to Axel's Sharpened Cheddar Wheel. Axel's Sharpened Cheddar Wheel. Okay, you're going to be 664 through 667. Plus 5. What is 664 through 667? Per card selected. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? What? Not sure what that is. I do not know what that is. Let's see here. You can't bypass a password if it's encrypted. That's like trying to pull an egg out of a cake. If it's just password protected, but otherwise in plain text, that's a different matter. Which I think is how they actually encrypt the files. I can't remember exactly. ASpread is like that. It's free if you can compile from source. That's true. That is true. Which I do need to do at one of those points. One of these points. At some point in time, I need to do that. Player skill, dex. Yes, or maybe do a fail next dex saving throw debuff. I could do that. But it would need to be something that like lasts indefinitely until the player dies. So we should be good. But here's what I'm just wondering though. What is it saying that plus 5? Okay, so it increases all elemental damage by 5%. Oh, I see now. I see. Okay. 664 is right here, which is pyro damage, geo damage, hydro damage, and necro damage. That's what's going on there. Okay, that one's fine though, because that is increasing it by 5%. So, yes. That one is fine. We're going to leave that as is. It increases the damage by 5%, but then it loses the dex save. So, come over here. We're going to say in Axel's sharpened cheddar wheel. We're then going to say not the health points. That's 661. We're going to say it is the dex saving throw percentage. We're going to sub it by 15%. Yeah. But I think we actually have, so perk saving throw, spike pauldron. Yeah, okay. So that could be a problem. Oof. Yeah, so that means if you were, and this is kind of where you're going to have to really like pick and choose, because let's say for example, if on one of the runs you start one floor and you do the spike pauldron, which already reduces your dexterity saving throw by 10%. So you pick that, so you're already reducing it by 10%. And then if you then pick Axel's Wheel of Cheese and you're losing another 15%, oh, okay, we need to change but then you're losing another 50% of your dex saving throw. That means you could be down 25%. That means if you roll a 20, it just automatically gets cut down to a 15. So rough stuff. Could be very rough stuff. So you will definitely have to keep an eye out for that, for the negatives, because again, yeah, like if you're going through here and you're like not really paying attention to the debuffs you're getting, it could be very bad for you in the way that you play the game. I like it. All right, so that's good there. But that also means that we need to do the move perk icons. It is not the item tooltips, it's the perk tooltips. Go. Okay, so we've got Axel's sharpened cheddar wheel. This cheese increases all elemental damage by 5%, but is such sharp cheddar you'll cut yourself just by looking. Increase all elemental damage by 5%, lose 15%, or reduce dex saving throws by 15%. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. Then, if we pick Axel's Wheel of Cheese, turn enemy spawning back on, test this out. On nothing but at monsters. Oops, all monsters. Really? Okay, Axel's Wheel of Cheese. Okay, we didn't change the description at all. So increase all elemental damage by 5%. Reduce dex saving throws by 15%. Is that how I word it on the other thing? Reduces dexterity saving throws by 10%. I'm just gonna copy that because that kind of makes more sense. So let's go to perk tooltips. And we've got Spiked Pauldron. Grab that here. Change you to be 15%. Cool. Now if we come over here and we grab the Wheel of Cheese, point of Axiomyth. There's the cheese. Axel's Wheel of Cheese reduces dexterity saving throws by a 15%. So let's select that. And then let's go find a monster. Are gonna be like, oh no, we want to run. We don't want to be in here. So you try to run, and then we do 17 reduced by 15%. I think that would be about right. We got a 14. What's 17 minus 15% would be 14.45, and then it rounds down. So yeah, 14. Cool. Happy day. All right, that was easy enough. It's crazy how much easier these things are to implement when I can just piggyback off of systems that we already have in place. Like having the variables just done and ready to go. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Just add a comment. Swapped it so it doesn't reduce. It was reducing health, right? So it doesn't reduce HP by 15%, but instead reduces Dex save throw by 15%. Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right, awesome. Save that. Come down here. Oh, you know what I just realized, though? One thing we need to do still. Copy that. And we need to come over to here and here. Go to images, pictures, go to perk, grab the cheese. You need to do this. $25%. Gonna be that color. The 8 pixels. The of font 2, I believe. Go. We do need to reduce that. Up this to be 5 pixels. Okay, so these are 2 pixels apart. Okay. Easy enough. That's awkward. The P and the D here make for a very awkward little bit there. But I don't really want to like increase it by 1 because then it's like just completely off. Wait, I do have to have this be at 8. Because I then still need to add the outline. Right, so I need to add the outline. All right, well, never mind. We should be good. Should be good. Now, you may be wondering, why am I going to manually draw it instead of, you know, adding some kind of layer effect in Photoshop? Well, that is because Photoshop is garbage for pixel stuff and having it look nice, especially when you're adding layer effects. So if I wanted to add some kind of stroke or something like that, I absolutely could, but it would add just a tiny bit of like transparency and stuff like that around the corners. We don't want that. We do not want that. We want nice, solid, crisp lines. And so we're just going to do this. Trust me, I have tried, like, unless there is actually some way that I am not aware of. But I have tried. I have tried many times to get nice, crisp lines, and it just does not work. That's okay. This takes 2 seconds, right? Not that long. Not that long, not that hard. Yep, I said that. And there we go. Oops. I mean, almost there.
Thanks for the follow, Lieutenant_Wheels.
Lieutenant Wheels, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic week so far. What you been up to today? Hopefully just living life, enjoying life. Hopefully things are going well. Let's see here. Yes, health. And oh, Lieutenant Wheel says a wheel of cheese. That's true. That's true. That is very fitting. That is very fitting. We are working on a wheel of cheese while Lieutenant Wheels is here. So perfect timing. Why are you not using a sprite? I'm just so used to Photoshop. I need to actually switch. I need to switch. I'm just lazy. Can I ask a dumb question? There's no such thing as a dumb question. So absolutely, ask away. Ask away whatever question you may have. You know, if you overlap the text in a 3x3 area, you can just drop a white copy in the middle for a fast outline. Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Could do that. Absolutely could do that. Going to make an educated guess based on how many other...
says, there are no dumb questions, but there are dumb answers.
That's true. That's true. I may give a dumb answer. I will say I may give a dumb answer to a non-dumb question. Go and make an educated guess based on how many other drawing programs I've made. Use the magic wand to select all white. Select modify expand to selection 1. Use magic wand in subtract mode to deselect all white. Then use the fill tool with anti-aliasing disabled. Yeah, I mean, seriously, yeah. I'm gonna check and see. Yeah, let's select this, and then yeah, we technically should be able to, if we say yeah, select modify expand by 1 pixel. Should get that. And let's see. I mean, I knew about this all the time. I absolutely knew that was going to be the best way to go about that. I don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted to be able to sit here and chat with you all about my methods. Dang it. Well, you learn something new every day. So there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. See, here's what I've been trying to do in the past. You take this, and then, you know, I've been trying to do, like, say something, for example, stroke, and you'd be like, all right, we're gonna stroke with this color, and we're gonna set that to be 1 pixel. But it's like, then you get like all these weird little things on the edges. So I was always just like, it's not a good way to go about it. Other things I've tried is, instead of doing strokes, I would do drop shadows, and then basically what I would say, I would do this color, and then I would say go with a... Sorry, my computer's just putting out a lot of heat for some reason. Then it'd just be like, oh yeah, set this to be like a 35-degree angle with 1 distance, and then I'd be like, all right, copy and paste that, and put this direction with a 45-degree, and then copy and paste that, and this is just annoying, to say the least. And you still get these weird little things here. So I was always just like, there's not a good way to do this, but that's a much better way to go about that. Well, Quentin, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. That is gonna make things way better. Way better. All right, well, there we go. But yeah, Dan, that is also definitely...
Go into the ink.
I mean, that's basically...
Okay, dude, I gotta go stream.
Ink, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic stream. Good luck, and we will see you on the flip side. So, thank you. Yes, then Dan, you were saying if you overlap the text in a 3x3 area, you can drop a white copy in the middle for a fast outline, which is very true. And I could probably...
just summoned Moonchan.
Oh, there we go. There's Moonchan, here to learn
and grow. It's an absolutely beautiful time, and I appreciate you all being here. But yeah, that is true, and Dan, I probably could have and should have done that as well. Either way, though, whatever makes this process slightly faster is always going to be the best way to go, so... Yeah, there we go.
Now I know for next time. I'm going to do this next time, and it's going to be much faster, much better. So, with all of that said, let's merge all that down, and we're going to increase this. Whoa, we don't want to invert that. We want to increase that back up to 400%, and then we're going to save that. And now when we come back over to here to Tomb of Vercilias, and we press play, then once we get the wheel of cheese, there we go. Axel's sharpened cheddar wheel. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I may want to change the description of it later. But that's a later thing. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, can I ask a dumb question? Why are there E's filled in and the other letters aren't? Like the hole in the E. Oh, yes, absolutely. So yeah, 100% not a dumb question at all. So the reason why those are filled in is because what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to keep all of the text roughly the same size. So any uppercase letter, I'm having be, let's set this back down. Yeah, so basically any uppercase letter I have in a 3x5 pixel size, right? So basically anything aside from like W's and M's, I think also N's are slightly larger. Yeah, so basically any other uppercase letter has to be in a 3x5 box. And then basically anything else lowercase, I try to have fit into a 3x4 box. So because of that, there's not really a great way, like I can do something like that, but like, I don't know if that really looks better. Actually, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, so it's basically just like the limitations of the size that I have is that it's like that, you know? So, there might be ways to make it slightly better. I do need to improve the font just a little bit. This is a custom-made font, so I made it myself to try and get things to work properly in the game. So, yeah. Anyway, that's why. I'm gonna turn on a fan really quick. That's better. Hopefully, that should be better. Yeah, I'm actually though kind of tempted. I kind of think that looks like a slightly better E. You may be onto something, Lieutenant Wheels. You may be onto something. I may need to swap and have the E's have that hole there. Yeah, which looks better, the E on spiked or the E on axle? Huh. Yeah, I think I might actually do that little cutout in there. I think that makes a lot more sense. Well, that E might be mistaken for a C. True. Yeah, cool, because here's what the... Yeah, so that's what a C and an E would look like together. And then this is what an E would look like if I did that. It definitely is very close. Which is why I filled it in originally, because I was like, But maybe we could even do something like... No, that's worse. That's starting to look more like some kind of hieroglyphic. So yeah, there's no dumb questions. We are not going to stroke anything on stream, sir. That's a good point. I promise, even in Photoshop, I am not going to stroke anything on stream. Thank you, Loki. Thank you for holding me accountable for that one. Can we get a cute voice redeem? Helium voice sounds like Cartman from South Park. You don't like it when I'm one of my Chan selves and I sound like Cartman? I think it's absolutely beautiful. But yes, absolutely. I actually was working on getting some kind of like better voice changer for when I was like either Moon Chan or Goth Chan or Eclipse Chan or anything like that. And then as I was making the adjustments, OBS crashed and I never jumped back in and started working on it again. So I do need to do that. Yeah, I think Loki, you are correct. Out of context phrases on stream. Oh wait, that is correct. Out of context phrases on stream, stroking and busting. True. I do say that a lot, don't I? But what I thought you were saying was out of context. Because like, here's the thing: is if you were to just see something like, let's do bam, if we do something like this. If you were to just see something like this, oh, yep. And then if we were to have something like this, I feel like you would know, like in the context of that, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's cheese, right? But you need the context of the other letters. And so if you had something where it was literally just an E or a C, it would be potentially, there could be a potential issue there. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. For now, I'm not going to go in and update the font yet, but it is something that I probably will be updating before the final release of the game. Is I will be eventually updating the font. Yeah. Eventually this font will be updated probably one more time to make it as readable as possible. That was kind of the point in redoing it this time anyway. Because originally, this is what we were looking at. A little something like this. We do a little something like this. What the?
Thank you Axiomyth Games for maintaining the Moonwood Alliance for 12 months.
Axiomyth Games, thank you so much for the 12-month subscription. 1 year is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Holy smokes, 1 year is crazy. Thank you for that. I appreciate you sticking around for so long, and oh my goodness!
Axiomyth Games just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Well, what a way to celebrate. What an absolutely beautiful way to celebrate. Let us come over here, let's scroll down here, and I believe that's gonna put you, you're currently at a 5 in the MVP/VIP section, so let's grab your name right here, let's move you on up, wait. Never mind. You're at a 6 now, which is absolutely fantastic. I was thinking that would put you above DV's Oatmeal, but DV's Oatmeal is at an 8. I am so sorry. I did not mean to get your hopes up like that. But a 6 is absolutely fantastic, and I appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching so long to be able to redeem your name 6 times. That is 60,000 channel points to be able to get your name in the credits that many times. So thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, hopefully it's all worth it. Fingers crossed. I really hope so. Let's see here. I agree that the potential new one looks better, but the current E is more clear to me, at least. Fair. It's been some time since the last hashtag giveaway spiel. That is true. Yeah, if anybody is wanting, for anybody who is in the Discord server, make sure to get over here and add a reaction to this post right here in the Game Key Giveaways channel right here. And if you are not a part of the Discord server, you can join. You can absolutely join, and we'd love to have you here. And we do a weekly Steam Key giveaway. So make sure to react to this post right here in the Game Key Giveaways before the Sunday stream, and then your name will be added to a wheel, and we'll spin it, and you will have a chance to win a free Steam Key. It is not any Steam Key, it is a list of Steam Keys that are going to be available, but it is like over 600 Steam Keys, so you'll have your choice, and it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, make sure to do that. Another scratch for me. Let's move you up to the same place. Man, the build-up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was that was rough. I'm sorry. Finally clocked out. Axel, welcome. How'd everything go for you at work? Also joining in the stream, I saw my cheese. That's true. We are working on your cheese. We are finally actually updating what it does. And then we're kind of looking in ways to try and make the font a little bit better. Yeah, so basically the way that the font was working before, it was everything was uppercase. Everything was bold, essentially. So this would have been Axel's cheddar cheese wheel. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but roughly Axel's cheddar cheese wheel. And so roughly this is kind of what it would have looked like before. So, you know, I feel like it's better to have the lowercase letter. I feel like it does make things a little bit better. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am. But yeah, I don't know. It feels better than having everything uppercase, you know? But maybe I'm crazy. Axel's cheddar bay biscuit. That's the one. Axel's wheel of cheese. Well, I mean, Axel, you did request to change the name, which the request was to change it to Axel's sharpened cheddar wheel, which is what it is now currently in the game. Oh yeah. This was, so we actually discovered this. This was all the way back on March 1st. So that was literally the day before I started working on Unboxed, is when this was submitted. Like this request to like update the perk card was when all of this was requested. And we're finally getting around to it. It only took freaking 3 months to get to. Yeah, so Axel's sharpened cheddar wheel is what it was requested to, and it was requested to change it so it is still increasing all elements damage by 50%, but instead of reducing your HP by 15%, it is now reducing the dexterity saving throws by 15%. So if you wanted that changed back, we can absolutely change that back, but that was how it was requested in here. So to change The health to dex debuff is what I wrote down. And apparently, it was created on March 1st. Yeah, so we have swapped it to reduce the HP by 50% instead of reducing, and now it reduces the dex save throw by 50%. That one should be good to go. We were just getting the actual graphic updated so that it reflects the name properly. So, yeah. See, hey Axel, hello this evening. Axel's Wheel of Cheese, Axel's Cheddar Bay Biscuits, cheddar so sharp it'll cut you at the slightest touch. That is very close actually. So it is. I didn't really change the description. We can. Oh, excuse me. We can change the description. Man, that is cool. Excuse me. We can change the description a bit. It does say this cheese increases all emerald damage by 5%, but it's sharp. But it's such sharp cheddar you'll cut yourself just by looking at it. We can change that though. Yeah, it can absolutely change that. Now that I'm thinking about it, let me just double check here. Add more monsters. Add perk. Elemental daggers. Axiomith coin. Buff that lets you leave combat even if a monster has a blackjack. Charged strike. Make an enemy called Iron Eater Golem. Aces are wild. Candy key. Chest rooms restore some HP when chests open. Oh yeah, we did. Sticky cards. Getaway. Brian's daggers. Unknown artist sacrifice. Okay, yeah. So I think that was what we had decided on. I prefer old Axel's name. What? Did I spell it wrong? That my bad? Did I spell it wrong? Or are you saying something else? Axel's sharpened cheddar wheel. Now you're good to keep the debuff however you wanted. I'm fine with that. Okay. I mean, I did want to make it so that it was how you want it, because that's kind of the whole point of how it is. I mean, like we're doing the customized perk cards for a reason, because I want them to be according to what people want. No, I thought it was looking at it. I couldn't remember. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. If that list is to be implemented for the demo, we ain't seeing it until 2172. No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Honestly, no, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it because I know that as soon as I say, honestly, these shouldn't be that bad. No. So a lot of these are going to be just perks. So it's like there's one perk, monster, perk. Yeah, a lot of these are perks. And then there's other things. Character creation, music, sounds. Those are bigger ones. Perks, though, hopefully shouldn't be too bad. Knock on wood. Old Axel is as in past. Oh, Axel of yore. I see now. I see what you're talking about now. I just put as an example in the art channel of the Discord. Oh, ooh, take a look. Art. Ooh. Here's how I outline text in my pixel art program. I like it. Okay, so you get the okay. I see now. Good way to go about it. I like it. Yeah, so it's roughly like that. Roughly the same thing. I think I need to update a little bit of how I'm doing my font. We'll figure it out. See, here, lay it out like this. _00/o _o /oo _/_oo. Underscore is blank, 0 is pixel. Something like that. One of my games from a while back has a 3x5 pixel font, but it's all in uppercase for clarity. Yeah, and that's how I was doing it. That is how I was doing the font originally, which like worked out. But then I also, like, as I was going along, I was like, should I have lowercase? But I could also go in and I could change it back to how this was before, where not everything is in uppercase. So maybe we will change it to that. It had a 320 by 180 resolution, so the text had to be really small to make it all fit. Funny enough, that is actually the resolution for Tomb of Vercilias. Yeah, because we're running in. Oh, we're running in. We're technically upscaling to 1280 by 720, and then we're cutting the resolution itself in half. What did I do wrong? That is not right. New 1280 by 720. Then we're running in a quarter resolution. Yeah, so 320 by 180 is the resolution of Tomb of Vercilias. So yeah. So you do have to have very small text to be able to make things look good on the screen, which is why we have such a weird font going on. I made a video of my game in Crater Corner, Lamau. It's not out yet though. Well, let's go take a look. Let us go take a look and see what's going on over there. We got Crater Corner. Wait a minute, what? Now the system recognize incoming raids. Not to tie that on the battle system. Ooh. I like that. I like it. Beautiful stuff. Oh my goodness. Wait. What else have I missed? Oh my goodness, what? Episode 1 of my object show comes out in less than 24 hours. How did I miss this? How did I miss this? I need to go watch those. So we got Tales of Zilia. I think we did look at this one. This is the one that is like the 3D one, right? Oh, hold up. Pretty sure. Okay, so yeah, totally customized menu screen, which is absolutely wild. Oh my goodness, what? That is a crazy skill screen. I like that. I like it. There's a lot going on. Holy smokes. It's so wild to me to have like fully 3D characters. It's just insane. I like that. It looks so good. It looks so cool. I love it. I love the look of this game. It looks so cool. I need to rewatch this whole thing. I've missed out on so much. I've missed out on so much. Ooh. I don't know where that went. I don't know where that went. That's quite alter. I know. But it looks so good. I love the look of it. Like, I wish that I could make a game that looks like this. I know I couldn't with RPG Maker, but it's just like everything about it just looks so cool. I love it. One of these days, I will learn actual coding and I can make actual games, like actual games. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we got here? Knowing the pic I shared is quite old. I mean, it's like, what, 2 weeks old? Not even a full 2 weeks old. It's only 11 days old. That's not that bad. To be fair, though, let's see, 6.5. I guess that was, like, right before I left. So I technically should have looked at it. I'm very sorry. But let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. Ooh. I am a sucker for isometric games. This is pretty cool looking. I like it. Oh my gosh. That is cool. I like that. I like the look of it. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. Huh. I feel like I should have looked at this a while ago. I feel like Ink would have absolutely loved to see this. Dang it, I should have looked at this sooner. This is really cool, though. This is really cool. I mean, I know you just posted a little bit ago, but Ink would have absolutely loved this. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I like it. I like it. We have moved way past that. I know you have, but I had to look at it. Anyway. Just learn Godot, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I definitely need to. By the way, have you heard my latest song? I have not yet, but I'm going to be listening to it tomorrow. I'm very excited for it. No, I want to do a Tomb of Vercilias demake, and I can't have him know Godot. Exactly. You got to do a demake for Tomb of Vercilias. It's going to be very difficult to demake. Fair. Let's see. I made a video. Okay, yeah, I did a bunch of 16 by 16 icons for funsies. I picked up a few handy tricks in the process. It's true. There's something crazy about having that, like the limitations definitely make it so you have to like kind of like think outside the box on how you're going to actually create and design these things. And so yeah, it can be very challenging, but also very rewarding to limit yourself to such a small pixel size. I lied. I sent the wrong video. Lamau, it's a god game like World Sandbox, but expands into the galaxy. That is super cool. I like that. But yeah, very excited to see more though. Is it easier or harder than you making a pop-up book scene in RPG Maker? I'm gonna say it's gonna be easier. There's nothing more difficult than trying to make a pop-up book scene in RPG Maker. That is the hardest of the hard right there. Because I say so. That's why. Don't even question it. It's because I say so. Okay, let's jump back in here. So, yeah, cool. But there's another thing we can mark off the list, which is the Axel's perk. Oh, let's see here. What else we got here? So, yes, we got the bug. We got adding more monsters, which I will kind of do just over time. Adding perk, elemental daggers. Adding the perks, Axiomyth coin. Heads, doubles your blackjack. Tails, zeros out your blackjack. I should probably fix the blackjack bug, actually. That is a bug. That is a bug as of right now. Considering the impressive stuff he does with RPG Maker, I fear him learning Godot would unleash his potential and eclipse our project. I don't know about that. I feel like the limitations of RPG Maker kind of help me like stick with what I know that I can do. As soon as you take the guardrails off, I'd probably be like, oh my, and I would never actually make another thing in my life. I would just stare at the editor all day. Yes, maybe we fix bug. Blackjack's not working anymore. Okay, let's get that thing going. Yeah, so I have actually absolutely no idea what is going on with those things anymore. Here in combat. Monster bust. Honestly, Godot is so easy to learn, it's halfway RPG Maker. I mean, that's what I've been told. I've been told that it is a very, very easy program to learn, and then it's just great once you know it. I'm definitely going to learn it, just because I really want to. I definitely have to finish this game before I actually jump into that. Okay, so Grit Barret, if HP is below X, do double damage. Okay, so do elemental damage. Okay, if yada yada yada. Then we're going to say game variables set value 67, 67 minus 664. If greater or than or equal to 0. At ceiling 1061 plus 664 divided by 100. At floor 1061 plus 664 divided by 1. Okay. Find blackjack. 64. So variable 64 is blackjack. Okay. Is there anything in here about variable 64? No. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, but that's specific to Grit and Barret. If HP is below percentage, do double damage. It's essentially just doing the attack twice. Okay. That is the lazy man's way to do it. So I'm literally just saying, do the damage, and then if you're below that threshold, with that skill of Grit and Bear It, then do the damage again. Which I guess technically accomplishes the whole 2x damage. Okay. Then I basically just need to multiply this attack by the blackjack. So, saying set variable 67 equal 67 minus 64. I mean 664. Okay. Fingers crossed I got these items hooked up properly. That's always the most nerve-wracking thing. Make sure it actually is set up properly. I feel like that's always my biggest problem, is I think I have something set up properly, and then I don't. And then it's just dark times. Dark times indeed. Okay. We're saying minus 664. The 664 is the player's pyro damage, pyro, geo, hydro, and necro. But then if you are greater than or equal to 0, math ceiling 1061 plus 664 divided by 100. One item working as intended. Nice, nice. Always good to confirm. Always good. I'm glad that it's working. Nothing worse than you're like, it's done! And then you get in there and you're like, no, it's not. Not even close. So where the freak should I put the blackjack multiplication? We're saying set 67 equal 67 minus 664, 65, 66, 67. Greater than or equal to 0. Round up. 1061, 62, 63, 64. Else, round down. 61, 62, 63, 64. Plus that. So I think what we need to say, set 67 equal 67 minus, and we just need to basically say everything from here over, and then outside of that, then we just say times the blackjack variable. Pretty sure. Where would that be? So we've got one parenthesis here. Minus. Maybe minus within the second parenthesis. We got 1, 2. I think we would say within 2 parentheses. Say 1, 2. And times game variables dot value. 64. 64 is the blackjack. 64 is blackjack. Okay. That is the blackjack multiplication. You say 2, 2, 1, 2. That is specific to hand 2. Let's do it for hand 1. right here, you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2. Okay. Let's give that a test. I should be doing 1x damage. Right here. 1x damage. That is what my multiplier is right now. 18. Let's stand on an 18. If I hit, I should do 2 damage. I do. Cool. Right? Fine. 18. All right. Let's come over here. We're going to go to variable 64. Let's just give myself an artificial multiplier on my damage, which would be 2x damage. So with this, I should be doing 3 times 2, so 6 damage. As long as I hit. Okay, it's fine. All right. Of course, he got a blackjack. This is not going well. It's not going well at all. 16, 17. We're set on a 17. Give myself another boost. So one of these cards should take him out, as long as I hit. Okay. Still do not seem to actually be working. Got a soft 17. Okay, got a soft 19. That should be good. So, coming here, we say blackjack, you are going to be a ×2. Going to stand on a 19. This should do 2, 4, 6 damage. Good. Nope, did not. A. Now, it could just be that I have this in the wrong position. Let's see here. 67 to equal 67 minus. Maybe I need this within the third. Then we're saying math ceiling. Let's come over here to just where it rounds up. Let's say you are a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. Maybe I need to put it in more places than I thought. I might actually need more places. So, yes, we're saying subtract the monster's HP by monster's HP minus elemental damage. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. I think it'd be here, 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 and here. And math 4, we've got 1, 2, 1, 2. Crap. We got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so then you would still be there. So you'd be 2 in on this side. Okay, so I had that in the right position. I just needed a second one inside other condition. Okay. You, as long as I actually hit, you should just do 3 damage. 3, but you do. Let's give ourselves a artificial multiplier. Times 2. We'll stand on a 16. Let's see what happens. So he's got 7 health. Dang it! Still nothing. Huh. What if something a little bit more simple? Rid of all those times 64s here. What do we say? Set the monster's health equal monster's health. So we want to multiply. I think we want to multiply the damage before we do any of the other modifications. I guess technically we would say game variable is 664 times 64. And 665 times 64. I guess that's what we would do. Assume anyway. Nick, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic week so far. How are things going for you? Okay, so we have a 2x multiplier. I don't want to stand on a 15, but I'm worried. That's what I was worried about. Right? 16. I stand on a 16, but okay, there we go. 21. So let's give ourselves a 2x damage. This should do 6 damage total. See what happens. Why? I do not get it. This should be the one right here, right? Should be that damage. 6, 16, 18, 7, 18. Okay, fine. 15, 23, okay. 16. I swear, every time. 15. There we go, 21. Yeah. It is that spot right there. We are in the right place. Right here. I'm good. School starts at 9, so I'll be here to the end. Good. That is good. That is good to hear. How are you? I'm doing good. A little tired, but I'm good. Excited for school. I'm sure you are. Okay, so why are we not actually multiple? You know, I'm kind of tempted to do. Could have done this a while ago. There you go. VS Code. I can never remember. Where do you tell it what code you're actually working? There we go. JavaScript. Okay. All right. So here's what we got. 2 elemental damage. This is the actual where it's actually telling it what goes from there to there. Saying set value 67 equal 67 minus we run all the way to there. So if I set you on the outside then, we would say times game variables dot value 64. So did it need to be out here then? Maybe? Okay, down on a 19. We should just do 1 damage each. We do. Now, give ourselves a little bit of a boost. Should do 2 damage as long as we actually win. Oh! Freaking finally! I literally just had it 1 parenthesis off. I'm telling you, if RPG Maker had a proper script editor, things I feel like would be just so much better. So much better. Okay. All right. Well then. Cool. Cool bean. If that's the case, then what we should need to do is just add this x2 or an x variable to any of these guys. Right in the last. That will just multiply everything that's happening in there. And that's taking into consideration the perks, skills, like the skill tree, all of that stuff. Taking into consideration all of that. Yeah. I think I'll do the same thing here where it's just the last... Wait. Hey. Okay, never mind. In here, we need to take you, put you there. Do it there. Do there. I was literally just 1 parenthesis off. Oh well. I've done worse things in my life. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, with all of that said, we should be able to just keep from adjusting anything too much. Let's see if we can get the Coin of Axiomyth. Coin of Axiomyth. Then we just want to say over here. Yeah. I do need to somehow test out hand 2. It's going to be a bit of a pain. I have to somehow get it to the point where it will split my hand. Which means I have to get 2 of the same card. You'd think shouldn't be too bad, right? I need to get rid of that whole flash screen thing. Okay, that one just wants me to actually get a winning hand. Come on, just give me 2 of the same. So close. Heal myself, though. Keep the party going. Statistically, I should get a split hand one of these days. One of these days, I should get a split hand. Come on. There we go. Finally. All right, let's heal myself, though. A little bit more. Why is it healing so little? Restores 25 HP. 17 health. 20... That seems very broken. I don't know why it's broken. I don't know why it's healing so little health. I need to look into that. Okay, let's split our hand. And then we're going to stick on those 220s, because that's crazy. So let's come over here. We're going to give ourselves a artificial boost to the blackjack. Let's just say, for example, if we had a blackjack, we had 2x damage. You know what? Let's also change the monster's HP. Just for kicks and giggles. Put you up to 20. So, if I win this hand, which, just to be safe, I'm going to take a hit on this guy right here. So, we should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage. Should. As long as he doesn't have something greater than 20, we should do 10 damage. There we go. 10 damage. Happy days. Oh, that's working correctly. Awesome. Now, we also have a perk blackjack skill. I just realized, so do we need to have a blackjack perk skill? Or a blackjack perk, essentially. Add a Pyro Geo Hydro experience. Blackjack multiplier. Okay, so that's 669. But are there skills that are perks that are currently doing? HP Pyro damage, experience Geo damage. Increase all elemental damage, reduces dexterity saving throws. Blackjacks will do 3x damage. So that's the ale-soaked gauntlets. And then you've got the Axiomyth. So, but those can easily... So the Axiomyth coin, when you flip it... Coin of Axiomyth is the stuff of legend. Heads triples your blackjack damage, but tails zeroes it out. Are we doing 3x damage? Heads triples your blackjack damage. I mean, sure, we can triple it. So, if that's the case, that one's going to be manual, though. We'll essentially take whatever the blackjack currently is, plus any other perks that are affecting your blackjack. Like, say, for example, this right here, the Ale-Soaked Gauntlet. Blackjacks do 3x damage. Okay. But how are the Ale-Soaked Gauntlets working as of right now? Increase the chance of your first hand being a blackjack. Actual visual drawing of cards. Aces, double draw card, don't double draw card. Monsters, first 2 cards. A busting, soft hand, end of hand. A skill, still busting. Player split with blackjack and bust. Both hands are a bust. H1 equals bust, H2 equals double down. H2 equals bust, and H1 equals split possible, double down. Player blackjack. Monster blackjack. Monster or player has blackjack. Player has split. Okay. Blackjack right here. We're saying blackjack +1. And then blackjack plus the perk blackjack multiplier. Which I believe is going to be the apply perk stats. Ale-Soaked Gauntlets, the perk blackjack multiplier +1. Okay, so this is adding 1 to it. Means I want to make sure, 'cause here's the thing, if someone gets lucky enough draws in like the perk cards and things like that, I want people to be able to cheese the battle system. So I want to make sure that I have it all set up correctly so that it can be cheesed. We're just gonna say so blackjack would normally do 2x. But if you have the Ale-Soaked Gauntlets, I want you to do it 3x. So that would be +1 to the multiplier. So then when you add to the blackjack +1, so then you'd be doing 2x. And then the multiplier is a +1, so then you'd be doing 3x. That is correct. Okay. That's how that's working. So, I believe all of that should be correct then. Pretty sure, yeah. So, with the Coin of Axiomyth then. Heads triples your blackjack damage. Which means if we are tripling it, so if you have the Ale-Soaked Gauntlets, your blackjack's normally at X2, the Ale-Soaked Gauntlets you'd be at X3, and if you are tripling the X3, that would be X9. think that sounds about right. But should that be right? Or do we just want to have the coin of Axiomyth double the blackjack den? Because then if you had a 2x, you would then be doing 4x. And if you had a 3x, you would then be doing a 6x. I think that sounds better. Yeah. Doubles your blackjack den. Tails zeros it out. Blackjack x2. Okay. Driven Advisor says, "Ayo, back from the store and feeling a tad bit better. Still not quite right, but better." I'm glad you're feeling at least a tiny bit better. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, honestly, getting up, walking around, doing some stuff is a great way to feel just a little bit better. So I'm glad. I'm glad you're feeling slightly better. So fingers crossed, it keeps getting better and better though. Okay, so apply perk card stats. Coin of Axiom. Just turns on Coin of Axiom. Okay, that's fine. That is totally fine. And that means on a blackjack with the Coin of Axiomyth, we then need to actually get it to flip the coin of Axiom. All right. Okay. Yeah, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do there? Huh. Got a general idea. What I'm thinking is when you're in combat, you have the Coin of Axiom. When you're in combat, say you get a blackjack, and you stand, as long as you win with the blackjack. Kind of thinking we have a small board pop up, so kind of like if you were to try and run this little board here, I'm gonna have that pop up with a coin. So instead of a dice, it's a coin. That coin will flip. Yeah. I think that'd be good. Okay, let's come over here, and then we need to pull up you. Let's see here. You'd be... What have you called? You're all the perk screen stuff. You like the like a dex? The saving throw? That's the old one. Yeah, what do I have you called? Rap puzzle. What do you do? Dice dex roll. Hey, look at that. But nope, that's just dice roll. Oh, dice dex roll. Okay, that got us on to roughly the same. Roughly a good idea though. I've been through similar states of being after they took me off stimulant meds, cold turkey, back when I was younger, so I can use some tools from those times as well. I mean, that's fair, yeah, and especially if you have, like, coping mechanisms, yeah, that helps a lot. Some Rendev says, I come from beyond the stars. Some Rendev, welcome, glad to see that you're still alive, even after all of the hiking and the moving and the walking. I'm glad to see you're still alive. How are things going? For a heckin' streak and nothing more. That's fair. Well, I'm glad you're here to maintain your streak. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. You can watch us struggle to make the Coin of Axiomyth. It's gonna be an absolute blast of a time. Okay, let's reduce that down to 25%. And then we are going to come over here to the perk cards. We have the perk card icon. Let's just come over here to the actual perk card itself. Pull this guy up, and let's reduce you down to 25%. Okay, so this is what the current Coin of Axiomyth looks like. We can get it to look similar to this, I would say. Okay. I don't want, like... I think I want to animate it just a little bit more. So I was kind of thinking, I was like, what if we just, like, rotate the image? It feels lazy, though. It feels lazy. So. Huh. So I could make like 3 or 4 frames of animation, flipping the coin. I think maybe I will do that. So if we do that, something roughly like 18, 22. Yeah, something like that. We want to do it, select, expand 1 pixel. One pixel. Oh. Probably better ways that I could have done this, but now I'm on the whole, like, select and expand kind of mentality from before with the text. Okay, so there's that. Now, we need to add a couple things. Gotta get the highlight in here. Let's do this. Move you up there, you down there. Roughly something like that. Yeah, something like that. Then we would do like that. Something like that. Drip Advisor says, my internet is acting up again. Blasted internet. Blasted internet. It needs to do better. It needs to do better at life. It struggles too much. Too much, too often. Something like that? I don't remember why I added like this extra outline. Probably just to add like a little bit of extra character to it, you know? Making it like a perfect circle. I think kind of helps with the design, you know? Maybe a little bit. Okay, and the actual design itself, it's kind of more like a, was like, too big. decent enough, I suppose. I'm trying to recreate it to make it look roughly the same. It doesn't have to be exact. You're only going to see the coin for a little bit as it's flipping. Maybe also. This needs to be higher up. Yeah, something. Okay. Close enough. Close enough. I guess technically, technically, here's what we could do. Let's just copy you, create a new image layer, paste you, resize you up to 400%, get rid of the background. We're going to save this as PNG in Documents, GitHub, Tomb of Vercilias, Images, Pictures. This was called Dice Roll 4. This is going to be, though, the actual UI itself. Just call this the Axiomyth. Good enough. Okay, back over here. Not in the save throw. Well, yes, in the save throw. We want to open up dice roll underscore 4. Is that actually what it is? Dice roll underscore. Yes, there we go. We do want you. I want to utilize basically all of this exact same stuff. Dice roll blue. Shows the picture. Yeah, that's just loading the images. Set some stuff to 0. Player win 1 through 20. Lay it out. Loop. Loop. Increase/decrease roll. We don't have to worry about that. Use dex saving throw. Let me check to see. Failed saving throw. Skipped. Okay. I think we can just copy all of this. And we just want to say player monster bust. On monster bust. Before we remove the monster's hands. Turn off stand. This is just going to be comment. Coin of Axiomyth. One, two, three, four, five, six, 10. 10. Paste that. Say end coin of Axiom. That way I just have like a good idea of where this stuff starts and ends, you know? Maybe even start point of Axiom. Sure, why not? That's the start, that's the end. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what variables 5 and okay, so player wins random. Okay, there we go. So random number between 1 and 2, I suppose. That's going to be the actual. Yeah, that's going to be determined if you are going to win or lose. So 1 or 2. Okay. Then show picture 134. Dice roll 4. Okay, and 135. This is not going to be dice. Oh, wait. Crap. I just realized. We do need to back to this. Not quite sure how we're going to determine or how to like show this is the heads and tail. Go with like a slightly different color. I did not think about that at all. I was like, yeah, it's the coin. This is going to be a Axiomyth coin. We'll go with 1. Like an H and a T for heads or tails. We did some kind of icon. What would an icon be for heads or tails? So far, just one bout. Wait. So far, just one bout of lost connection. Let's hope it's a one-off blip. I hope so. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. No bueno if it keeps happening. I mean, yeah, I'm like trying to think of like what's going to be a good visual indication for like what is a heads, what is a tail. We could do. Like that. Kinda looks like an H. Do up and a down arrow of some sorts. Do a thumbs up. That looks like a middle finger. Be like some weird looking 1. But it kind of, that looks more like a 2. Like a weird, like, O thing. Kind of like the idea of that, like an O. You have like this be the heads, this be the tails. It's just a visual thing. We can always figure it out later. I don't know. That would be heads. That's tail. Very, very stark contrast. Which, like, you know, better or worse, I suppose. Meh, meh, meh. Don't want to invert that. I want to do that. Oh my. No, there we go. Woof. Okay, then we do Axio Myth Coin 2. Again, this is all just a visual thing, so it's like we can come in and redesign the coin later. Doesn't seem to be working well. All right, so we're gonna say set this to be a random. So I don't want it to be the same thing every time, where like when it starts on a specific heads or tails, needs to let's see. We're going to show you Axiomyth coin and plus 5. With the dice roll, it's super easy, because as it's spinning in the air, it's not actually showing a number, and so at that point, it's then like randomizing the number. And then when it lands, it actually shows the number. This one, it's going to be all animated, and so it's going to be showing the coin. Oh, let's do that. So it'll just pick a random side and show difficulty number. Don't need that. I didn't even think about that. this is going to be showing that, which shows difficulty. I don't want difficulty to show. Okay, we'll just fix this. Let's just reduce the height by 30. Canvas size, height, minus 13. Ooh. Okay, save this as though. Oh, we need to resize. We need to save you as, I guess, Axiomyth coin 3. Sure, that'll work. Axiomyth coin. You're gonna show 640 by 640 by 460. So that's perfectly centered. I think it's fine. You show at 640 by 360. That's right. 360. Center it. Go. Don't turn on show difficulty number. Wait for 30 frames so it just shows the coin for like half a second, and then we'll play it out. So picture 135. We move 135 up. Okay, so that's the problem. And we'll see. Okay, so it's already zeroing out 6. We don't need... Here's where we loop. We're looping variable 6. Then game screen picture 135 name. That's gonna be... Yeah, so this is why I have... Okay. Ooh, okay, so I'm trying to just think through of the best way to do this. I could create a few frames of animation. It's flipping the coin. Basically, the idea would be to open this up, reduce that down 25%. Basically, we would just say pre-transform the height to be 75. Okay, so that would be 100, then 2 is 75, 3 is 50, 4 is 25, 5 would be like the center. He would be 6. Okay, this coin is going to be Axiomyth coin 2. Wait, crap. 100. We're going to save you as 2. I think I need to reduce. Okay, set you to a 50 height. Add all the shading back. The Axiomyth coin 3. Okay, that's right. You are Axiomyth coin 3. And then we reduce you down to 25%. Save you as Axiomyth coin 4. Okay. Last but not least is essentially we just want to have a width. Okay. Basically, we just want to have something like where it's just like a flat plane, you know? Guess we could do some ridges. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? You are Axiomyth coin 5. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames of animation to get it to flip here, heads, center. Then we're going to have one, 2, 3, 4 frames. So if we're at 5, we would then need 6, 7, 8, 9. So you'd just be 9. We pull in Axiomyth coin 9. And we would say reduce you to 5%. Retransform you down to 5%. Save you as 6. Right. At 0.6, and we need to resize you. Okay. You are going to be 50. Right? Oh. Resize. You as Axiomyth coin 7. Transform 5. Okay. You are going to be 8. Just double check real quick. Oh, maybe I was missing. Oh, yep, right there. Right there. There we go. Okay. Now, should have stuff we need. Come back over here. We can say still just do it randomly between 1 and 2. And we'll just say if game variables dot value 5 equal to 1, we do this. Go picture axiomyth coin underscore 1. You're just gonna say else. Go axiomyth coin 9. Go. That should show the correct coins, heads and tails, depending on which flip it is. Okay. For that, then we want to show. Change the image layer's name. Axiomyth coin underscore plus crap. All right. Never mind. Can't just. I mean, I guess we can. How is the animation gonna work? Basically, you need to do something like faster. You need to like ping pong back and forth. So we're just gonna say that, and then we're also going to say game variables dot set value set variable 6. That's the animation frame. No, we're going to set variable. Yeah, we're going to set variable 6 equal 9. Then over here, I want to say set variable 60. Okay, so do we actually need that then? I think we do. So 5 is going to determine if it's 1 or 2. Makes sense. If you're 1, your heads. If you're 2, your tail. Then it shows the UI, and then here we're just going to say if your heads, show heads, and then set the animation frame to be heads starting. And then else, which means tails, then show the tails coin, and then set the animation frame to start at the tail. So wait for 30 frames, play it out, move picture 135, so this is just moving it up into the air to have it flip, and we loop. We just say additional branch if variable how are we gonna do? We want it to ping pong back and forth with the animation. Do that, we're going to say Additional branch. Variable 5 equal to 1. Do this. We can do that. You're equal to 1, which means your heads, which means you need to be adding. Do this. Show the picture. All it good. If you're equal to 2, then we want to subtract 1. Once it changes those, shows the picture, down here, you then want to say additional branch, variable 6 greater than or equal to 9, and control variables set 5 to equal 1 equal 2. Yes. And if you are less than or equal to 1, then set it to be equal. Okay. And as soon as 135's y is equal to 360 minus 120, break the loop. And if 6 is greater than or equal to 6, variable 6 is greater than or equal to 6, set 6 to 0. Don't think we need to worry about that. Get rid of that. Okay. As soon as the coin gets up to where it needs to be, we just need to say, break the loop. $135, bounce out, moving it back down. You don't want to change the animation frames again, so you don't want to zero that out. Loop. Don't need to randomize that. This is coming back down. We essentially want this exact same thing again. Moves the picture, and it should jump into a loop. That again. As soon as the image layer is greater than or equal to 355, don't want to change it to that. We do this same thing again. We'll just say if 5 is equal to 1, just show that picture. If you're not, then show that picture. Greater than 6. Okay, and it should wait. We're just gonna have this wait though. 999. I just want to see what happens. Okay. Let's see what happens. Grab ourselves an Axiomyth coin. Grab. Coin of Axiom. I'm gonna need a lot of blackjacks. I don't want to sit here and pick hope. So we're gonna change this. I'm gonna say Card to draw is equal to 0. I'm gonna say set 1140. Set it to equal 1141. You're equal to 1. Set you to equal 1150. Okay, that should give me an ace and a jack every time. Good. Point of axiom. Here we go. Right. But why would it have not given me those cards? Card to draw is equal to 0. Maybe it's not card to draw. Oh, wait. No, it's cards. If it's cards drawn. Cards drawn equal 34. If you've drawn 0 cards, draw an ace. If you've drawn 1 card, draw a G. There we go. That should be better. That should be better. Legit Dev says, yo, how's it going? It is going absolutely fantastic, Legit Dev. How you doing? How was life? Hopefully things are going well for you. Getting a jack. Then go. Oh, cards drawn +1. Okay. We want to set you to if you're equal to 1 and if you're equal to 2. There we go. That's better. That's better. I'm doing good. Just waking up. Well. Hopefully you had some good rest. I just, every single time you like mention that you're just waking up, like my brain is just like, could you imagine if you were just waking up right now? And I'm like, oh, I haven't even slept. I can't imagine that. Well, hopefully it was a good night for you. And hopefully you're going to have an absolutely fantastic day. Oh. Okay, that's a little buggy. Huh. Okay, well that's that problem. Change you to that. Be action with 10. Yeah, what's your plan for today? Gonna be doing more game dev stuff? Assuming anyway. Feels way too. Go with like 2 frames. I feel like the flip is too slow. Okay. Why didn't it bounce? Where was that animation? I also feel like that's going to be just a little bit too much increase in size. What if we do like 115? But now also very bizarre. I just had a small bowl of breakfast, and yeah, I am going to do some more AHTO dev in preparation for the Summerfest. Very nice. I know you've got some plans for like adding a few extra features, and getting a couple extra things in there. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Love to hear it. And Dazu says, hey, hello, Dazu, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you're having absolutely a fantastic week so far. How is life treating you? Huh. Why is the changing this from 3 frames to 2 frames broke the animation? I don't understand. Come on, give me the coin of Axiom. There we go. So why is it the animation plays there, but not when I do 2 frame? You know what? It's fine. Whatever. Okay. Interesting. Waits for 20 frames. Then we want to say erase picture 135 and 136. Well, then it's basically... Oh, wait. We do need to have this in a conditional branch, though. We need to say, conditional branch, if the switch point of Axiomyth is on, then do this thing. There we go. That was close. Last 2 important bits are a cultist customization system and then adding the demo back in. Ooh, nice. Customization is always a good way to go. The sale that's on at the moment has yielded really good results. We have reached 40k sales. Holy smokes. Roughly 400 a day now on average, but beginning of the sale was on the 3rd and was getting me around 1,000 a day for a few days. Oh my god. That is insane. So wait. Are you meaning 400, like you're selling 400 copies of All Hail the Orb a day? That is insane. That is amazing. Very nicely done. Holy smokes. It's been really good when the sale ends today. I mean, hey, fair. Don't worry. Sales can always come around again, and they can always spark that extra sale. Yeah, that's insane. Very nicely done. Again, like, super crazy congratulations to you. Like, that is so awesome. Yeah, amazing stuff. I can only hope and pray that I can, like, reach even 1% of those sales when I... Okay. Fingers crossed. So, when we get here, basically just need to say additional branch. I think it'll be fine. Collect WLs early. Yeah, what I'm working on. I need to do better at encouraging wish lists earlier on, because yeah, it's like I was trying to push it quite a bit earlier on, and then I kind of fell off. So I think I think it's gonna be a huge push for me once I get the demo out. Once I get the demo out, because that one's gonna be free. There's gonna be a free demo that I release, and so at that point, I'm hoping that's going to increase the amount of wish lists, because people will be able to at least play like the free demo, and be able to kind of have like a little bit of word of mouth. I'll probably start paying for like ads and things like that as well, just on like social media and stuff like that to kind of like promote it as well, just to like get people playing the demo and then wishlisting the full game so that all that fun stuff. So hopefully we'll see. That's kind of my goal though. Is yeah, once the demo comes out, then kind of like hoping to get like a little bit more word out there about it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's good. It's okay. So then here we just want to say. I'll smooth out the animation later. For now, I just want to get this working. So we'll just say, if you are equal to 1, roll variables, blackjack, multiply it by 2. And if you're equal to 2, which means you are tails, then we just want to set you to 0. Yes. Set the blackjack multiplier to 0, because then it will multiply the damage by 0. Because the whole like idea of the coin of Axiomyth is it's supposed to be a huge risk, huge reward. Because if you do get blackjack and if you do get heads on the coin flip, then you will be doing your blackjack damage times 2. So you're already getting you're getting a 4x booster, and then if you get tails on the coin flip, then you're basically going to be doing 0 damage. You're either doing a lot of damage or absolutely no damage. So with that, wait, we want to say, don't wait for the 999 anymore. Try to get rid of that. Okay. So I just want to see what we can get here. So let's start on. Oh. I didn't grab the coin of Axiomyth. That would be why. I was like, why am I not rolling for coin of Axiomyth? We also knew that does Ryan Man need to come in here and we need to get rid of that guy right there. That is adding that flash screen that does not need to be there, making the attacks take you. Okay, so point of Axiomyth. Now we know that the if statement that I added does work. Tails goes to heads. Why? What? Oh wait, no, sorry. That needs to be image layer 134, not 136. Cut that. You are 134. Okay, there we go. That's what I want to see. Now, there's this. Point of Axiomyth. Got tails. Goes to heads. Heads. Goes to tails. 0 damage. Heads. Tails. Okay, so basically it's seeming like every time. So if it's starting out heads, it'll be tails. If it's starting out tails, it'll be heads. I think that's fine. Should be all right. Could be. Now the animation. Kind of where I'm like, do we change it a little bit? What if we do 45 frames? We move you to minus 220. You are 75 frames plus 220. I'll do like 85. Axiomyth. Test it. What's it gonna be? Who knows? Who knows? Forgot about that. Forgot about that. Minus 220. Let's see, where's the other? I think that's correct. Point of axiom. What is interrupting that anime? That's the real. Thing? Oh, I think it's because I'm telling it to show pictures. We just want to change the name. We want to say, if you are, what's that? Axiomyth coin 1. Else. Axiomyth. Okay. That should at least allow it to finish doing its bounce animation. I think will help with the whole jankiness. Axiomyth. Okay, so I do need to wait just a tiny bit longer than 40 frames. Is that right? Heads. Okay. Move picture. What if we were like 30? You'll be 75? We don't need to get this exactly perfect, but I at least want to get it close to being. Oh my god. Give me the Axiomyth coin. What is this RNG? There we go. Interesting. Kind of like that, actually. Okay, but so we start heads, stays heads. Starts tails, goes tails. I feel like people are going to start noticing that pattern. So, how are we going to randomize this? What if I set these back to 2 and 2? That still do weird things to the animation? You are tails, head. Tails, head. I think what we can do, because as soon as it starts animating the coin, it goes so fast. So I think the idea is we'll have it show the coin at its animation, or it'll show the coin sitting there on a specific head or tail position, and then it waits for 30 frames. And then right before it starts playing this whole animation, it will then randomize it again. That's kind of where you'll get the randomization. It randomly picks either heads or tails, and then right before it starts flipping, it picks it again. Go. Well, let's change this to a 3 frame. That's actually going to help. It spins faster in the very beginning and then kind of slows down just a tiny bit. Yeah, so that should be completely random. So heads, tails. Tails, heads. Heads, heads. Tails, tails. All right. It's looking okay. Not like the greatest thing in the world. It does seem to be staying up in the air just a little bit too long. I don't really know. Moves the picture. And if you're this, if you're equal to 1, add. If you're 2, subtract. Then it just changes the picture, waits for 2 frames. And if you're greater than or equal to 9, change it to a 2. If you're less than or equal to 1, change it to 1. And if 135's Y is equal to 360 minus... I guess we can even say if you're equal to that minus 100. It should make it stay up in the air slightly less time. Because basically as soon as it hits that mark, then it should start coming. Or slightly before it hits that mark, it should start coming back to. What happened? All right. Exactly what I had in mind. Okay, so we're gonna say as when you are so not equal to 360 minus 220. We're gonna say when you are greater than, no, less than or equal to 360 minus 200. Yes. That goes up and down real fast. Like, eh. Kind of like it, actually. Kind of like it. What if we go with 1 frame, though? 1 frame on here. Who knows? They're just rolling the dice and we'll see what... Well, okay, we're flipping the coin and seeing what happens. Coin of axiom. Alright, there's a chest. I think 1 frame is just a little bit too... Oh. Yeah, it's just a little bit too fast. Alright, back to 2 frames. And then you are 210. Yeah, well, I don't necessarily want you to, like, stay up in the air for too long. I do want you to come back down fairly quickly. Like, I don't want it to feel floaty. I feel like that actually feels decent. All right, all right. Let's do you move in 65 frames. The ending bounce still kind of feels a little bit floaty. I think if I reduce it by 10 frames. Yeah. That feels good. That feels good. And I might wait just for just a tiny bit more at the very end. Just so the player can like comprehend and be like, okay, that is what I rolled. That's what I got. Heads or tail. We just need like just the tiniest little bit more to be like, yes, that is what I got. Yeah, I think that feels good. Just 1/6 of a second longer. Lets it finish the animation. Okay, yeah. I feel like... Yeah, I think that feels good. That has been a lot of tails. Holy smoke. There we go. Heads equals blackjack x2. Tails equals blackjack x. Cool. And they both seem to be working. Like, yeah, when you get heads, you get heads, and it, you know, doubles the already doubling. And if you get tails, it sets it to 0. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's come in here, and I'm just gonna do... I'm gonna say auto blackjack 5 1 2 5. Five. I will delete this later, but this is just like if I ever need to like go back in and just get a blackjack, that way I don't have to set it back up. But I'll just throw that there, and then that will randomize it. So even if I come in here and I grab myself a coin of Axial Myth, I get into battle, it shouldn't. Or it will continue to give me just blackjack. Are you not actually what's giving me the card anymore? No, you should be. That's right. Okay. Jump to label, skip, blackjack. I remember I actually set it up this way on purpose for another thing. So I can't really change that. So, okay. Let's see. Excuse me. Come over here. There we go. There's the non-auto blackjack. I shouldn't be getting anything there until, of course, I get an actual blackjack. But what was that? What? That's why. Okay, that's why. So I have it go when you have the coin of Axiomyth, but if you have the coin of Axiomyth, it shouldn't be actually doing that. It should literally only be doing it on blackjack. So I think what we need to say pull down. Adds 1 to blackjack. Player blackjack hand 1 on. Okay. Of 156. So, we need to say a couple things. 174. So if game switches dot value 174, which is the coin of Axiomyth, equal to true. You have the coin of Axiomyth, and where we need to have a or what was it, 150 something? If player blackjack hand 156. 156 is equal to true. Or player blackjack hand 2, which is 162. Okay, so you have to have the coin of Axiomyth equipped, and you have to either have hand 1 blackjack or hand 2 blackjack. There we go. Holy smokes. Now, let's come in here, test these conditions, and then that should be it for the coin of Axiomyth. Coin of Axiomyth, here we go. Let's come up over here. Okay, we got 3 and 3. Let's split. Oh my goodness.
Welcome Yato and your 3 amazing audience members.
Yato, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome everyone. Come on in, sit on down. Hopefully you had an absolutely fantastic stream. How are things going? How's life? How's life for you, Yato? And Reboot Tech, welcome. Glad to see you here. Happy bike. Yes. I actually don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I'm glad that the bike is happy. I'm very glad that the bike is happy. I'm going to start begin. That was for me. Oh, you're going to start biking. That's my bad. You're going to start biking. That was for me. Gotcha. Okay. Well, happy biking. Hopefully that it goes well for you. Okay, so let's see what we can get going on here. Okay, 25. Well, I may lose this split. That is rare. That is rare. I may lose this split. Wow. All right. Hey, look at that. I got a blackjack. That actually may be a natural blackjack that I could have tested with the Axiomyth coin. Happy days. Stream is good. Added in an infinite tower challenge to my idle game. Nice. I like that. I like it. Always good to have like some kind of infinite thing for players to do. So very nice. I like it. Yeah. We've just been we got a lock picking mini game working finally all the way done. And then we've been working on getting this coin of Axiomyth, which essentially just makes it so if you have the coin of Axiomyth, when you get a blackjack, if you then you flip a coin, and if you get a heads, then it will double your blackjack. So blackjack normally does 2x damage, and so if you have the coin of Axiomyth and if you get a heads, then you'll be doing 4x damage. But on top of that, there's also another perk that you can kind of get to go alongside this, which makes your blackjacks not just be 2x, but a 3x. So you could then double that 3x, and so you could be potentially doing, if you have the coin of Axiomyth and you get a heads with the coin of Axiomyth and have the other perk, you could be doing 6x damage if all those conditions are. So, yeah. I'm just testing all that out, making sure that all that's working. So, oh my goodness, Ink!
Welcome going to the Inkwell and your 2 amazing audience members.
Welcome, Ink. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How'd your stream go? How'd everything go for you? Hopefully things went well. I got my fingers crossed. We are almost done. We are almost done with the coin of Axiomyth, getting this thing working. Okay, so I'm going to stand on an 18. Right now we're testing to see. Okay, we're testing to see if I win. If I have a winning hand, is it going to actually do the coin of Axiomyth? It shouldn't. Okay, good. It did not do the coin of Axiomyth. But if we get a blackjack, it should. Which I think we've already technically tested the blackjack, because we got a blackjack already, and it did work. And of course, I got tails, so that was sad. What if we come here to the skill tree? We have... Which one is it? Luck? Vendors will pay more, 2x, merge magic. Hand of chance. Reduce the chance of drawing a card that would result in bust. Wasn't there one that made it so you had a higher chance of drawing a blackjack?
Thanks for the follow, Sinshinazuki.
Sinshinazuki, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Lots of freaking out. I believe it. The Not So Lonely Astronaut says, yay, gambling! I know, it's the greatest. It is the greatest. You gotta have more gambling in your gambling games. Gambling games can never have enough gambling. You gotta have all the gambling. So which... Lucky Penny, Urge Magic, Jackpot, Midas Touch, Black Mage Jack, there we go. Increase the chance of your first hand in combat being a blackjack. Okay, so if we increase this all the way up to a 50% chance, then we should have, well, a 50% chance of getting a blackjack on my first hand. So, let's give that a shot and see what happens. Okay, we got a 16, that's cool. We got an 18, let's stand on an 18. Should just do 1x damage. It does, awesome. Let's go into this next one. I should have a 50% chance of getting a blackjack. But if I get a blackjack, the hand of Midas, the Axiomyth coin should flip, and if I get a heads, it should do 4x damage, and if I get tails, it does 0 damage. Go. Blackjack flips the coin. I got tails, so I do 0 damage. Well, not exactly ideal because I'm doing 0 damage, but that is working exactly as I intended. 17. Okay, he got a 19. I don't know what's going on here. Wait. This should restore 5 HP. Which it did. It is possible that I am an idiot. So earlier in the night, I was trying to heal myself with items, and it wasn't healing very well. And I'm like, what the freak is going on here? I think it's because I may have had a perk that was reducing my HP. Like the HP that I restore from healing items. I think that might have actually been it. Oh my gosh.
Going to the Inkwell says, 21. It's possible I'm an idiot me with any video game puzzle.
I mean, yeah, it basically perfectly describes me. But also in puzzles. Yeah, 100%. 100% in puzzles. Freaking, I'm so bad at video game puzzles. It's not even funny. I know you were meaning for yourself, but I'm also applying it to myself too. I get so bad at puzzles. Okay, then this should restore 25 HP. Okay, so there is an issue here. So the small potions are healing the 5 HP that they should. Then these are only restoring another 5 HP. Interesting. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what I did to break, but it is good to know that it seems to just be the medium potions that are doing that. Maybe. Let's find out with the large potion. Evens. Oh yeah. Well, there we go. Blackjack. Here we go. Flip the coin. And there we go. 4x damage. Yeah. It's working. It's so much more satisfying to have it work in like a net. Oh, here we go. Flip the coin. Tails. Does 0 damage. See, I'm telling you, it's high risk, high reward. You could do crazy amounts of damage with the coin of Axiomyth. Being able to do a blackjack ×2. Yeah. So again, you're multiplying your blackjack again by 2. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we have 14 HP. This should restore 50. There's something weird going on. It seems to be restoring the exact same amount across all potions. I don't know what's going on. But the coin of Axiomyth is 100% confirmed. It is working. It is working as it should be. Come over here. Should be able to say, well, blackjack's not working. That is all fixed now, so that bug is complete. Thank goodness. That one was a freaking nightmare. That was a bit of an issue, but I'm glad we got that one. Then, Axiomyth coin, that one is good to go as well. I actually feel like it turned out way better than I was anticipating. So, for better or worse. Now, the actual healing item itself. I want to see what's going on here.
Go into the inkwell says. Reason for the freaking out. 1. I killed a boss I was struggling with in one hit with a stronger weapon.
Nice.
2. I was right about a plot twist I really didn't want to be right about.
Usually how that goes, right? You're like, it wouldn't be this, but it could be this, and then it is that, and you're like, dang it. Why did it have to be that? I'm sorry. That is good that you finally got through that boss. That is good. That is good. Okay. What is going on here? We've got items. All potion. Oh, I see the problem now. Well, let's just change this to 25 and we'll change that to 50. That should be better. That should be better. Okay, well, let's do a little bit of this. Yeah. Come over here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a... I'm going to intentionally lose so I can start taking damage. What the freak am I doing that for? Just... I can literally just come in here and just say player's HP. Wherever it is. Player HP. Let's just set you to be 3. Set the max HP to be... Sure. We'll do 5. Easier to manage. Okay, so this should do 5 HP. We do 5 up to 10. This should be 25. That should get us up to 35. It does. And then this is 50, which should get us up to 85. Okay, so it's just because I was an idiot. That's all. Like, I was an idiot in a different way than I thought I was an idiot. I was still an idiot, just in a different way. But I'm glad that all worked out. Yeah. Good times. Okay, cool. Well, I need to actually remember to do that when I'm creating more items. I need to make sure, because the speed stat in the item database is what we're actually using to determine what it does, like how much of the thing that it does. So, there we go. Good time. Good. Okay, I don't think I made a bug for that one because I was just like, what the freak is happening here? Yes. Cool. Wow. I'm actually shocked. We got a decent amount done today. We finished the lockpicking. We fixed Axel's perk card. We fixed the blackjacks. We finished Axiomyth's coin. It was a successful evening tonight, everybody. Very successful. It's not bad writing, mind you. Just I didn't want to be right of the characters. I figure that's what it was, is that like there was a particular character that you didn't want a thing to happen to that character, but you assumed that it was going to, or you guessed it was going to happen, and then it happened. You're like, why? Why did it have to happen? No good. No good. But it's kind of fun that you were right. Kind of a good time. Kind of a good time. Maybe a little bit, except for the fact that it was a bad thing. Anyway, cool. Well, yeah, I am very glad that we got through as much as we did get through tonight. So, yeah, got the point of Axiomyth working. I do feel like I need to figure out better wording for this. Because saying heads equals blackjack x2, I feel like that's going to be a weird and kind of confusing one to figure out. We'll figure out a better way to word all of that. The same thing too with, let's see, which one is it? Spike Pauldron? No, Mathra's Ale-Soaked Gauntlet. This one, the blackjacks will do 3x damage. So, I think I need to reword that one as well. The whole blackjack thing, I need to figure out the best way to word it. Because in general, just like across the board, blackjacks equal damage multiplier. Default, 2x damage. But then with Mathra's Ale-Soaked Gauntlets, it will then change from 2x to 3x. But I don't want to say that the blackjack is going 2x plus 3x. It's just saying it's going from 2x to 3x. And then with the Coin of Axiomyth, though, this is not saying... But yeah, the Coin of Axiomyth is actually going to legitimately double what your current blackjack is. Again, if you have the Mathra's Ale-Soaked Gauntlets, and you have a blackjack of a ×3, and then if you get a heads on the Coin of Axiomyth, it would then double that up to a ×6. So yeah, so I need to find like the best way to word that. I'm not quite sure how. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, well, yeah. Been an absolute blast of a time. I'm glad that we got through so much tonight. I am very tired, though, so I'm going to go get some sleep. But I do appreciate you all for being here, for hanging out, for chatting. It's been an absolute blast. We are going to be getting more stuff done on Thursday, so yeah, make sure to not miss that. I'm very glad to be back. I feel like we've kind of hit the ground running. Absolutely. So, but again, yeah, Yato and Ink, I do appreciate the raids. I do apologize that they happened, like, literally in the last few minutes of the stream, but we are going to go do a raid ourselves, so make sure to stick around for that if you want some extra points. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. So if anyone has any suggestions on who should go raid, let me know and we can go raid them. But if not, I will just kind of check and see who has raided me recently, and we'll go return the raid if they're live. Anyway, cool. Well, yeah, so I do appreciate it. Everyone over on YouTube as well, thank you all so much for hanging out, for having a good time. I still have yet to figure out exactly how to raid on YouTube, so we're not going to raid on YouTube, but we will raid on Twitch. So anyway, thank you all so much. Again, I do appreciate it. Hope you all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evenings or mornings, days, wherever you may be in this world. I will see you all on the Thursday stream, and until then, good luck, take care, and goodbye.